Lucy Show, starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Vivian Vance.
Finished with that name tag, Viv?
All finished, the last one.
Okay, thanks. Let's see now. I have pajamas, handkerchiefs, socks, T-shirts, sweater. Give me that tennis racket there. I think I have everything.
For heaven's sake, Lucy, are you sure Jerry needs all this stuff?
Well, now, it's not my fault. The military academy gave me a list of everything that he would need, and this is it. Help me close this, will you, honey?
Okay.
Tuck it in all around the side there.
Tuck it. Maybe it'd help if we took out the tennis racket.
It might help if we took out my hand.
Oh.
Boy, that's smart.
Oh, Lucy, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, there's so much stuff.
I know. Well, I'm going to have to rearrange
Hi.
it a bit.
Hi there, darling.
Hi, sweetheart. Did you say goodbye to all your little friends at the drugstore?
What a farewell blast.
Oh, a blast, huh?
Amy bought me a soda.
Oh, well, that was a grand gesture.
Big deal, one soda, 2 straws.
Now, Jerry, I hope you shared 50-50 with Amy.
Well, I'm afraid I drank most of it.
Oh, honey.
I couldn't help it. I'm the fastest straw in the West.
Fastest straw in the West.
Well, I hope you're the fastest dresser in the West because Colonel Anderson's going to be here to pick you up. Now, hurry up there. Let me rearrange some of this stuff,
Okay.
Viv. You know, going to military academy is going to be just wonderful for Jerry.
It sure is. I'm so glad you decided to send him.
Well, he needs male companionship. You know, around here he's with women all the time. And at Long Ridge Academy, he's going to be completely surrounded by men.
Ooh, I wonder if they'd let me enroll as a cadet.
Let's give this another try here now.
Mom?
Yes, dear.
Has Jerry left yet?
No, he's upstairs putting on his uniform.
Oh, good. I was afraid I wouldn't get to say goodbye.
Dear.
Oh, Lucy, this suitcase is a lost cause.
Come on now, give it a try. Press down.
How do I look, Mom?
Oh, Jerry!
Oh, Jerry, you look sensational.
Why, you look just like a real soldier, doesn't he, Lucy?
Yeah, a real soldier.
You look so grown up.
Yeah.
Oh, you look so handsome in your uniform. Oh, you'll have to have your picture taken, so I'll have it here to look at while you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Oh, that must be Colonel Anderson.
Oh, don't let him in. Well, what's he doing here?
You know perfectly well what he's doing here. He's taking Jerry to military academy so he'll have male companionship and get him away from women.
Well, what's wrong with women all of a sudden?
Oh, Lucy.
Cadet Carmichael?
Hi, Colonel Anderson.
At Long Ridge Academy, when we address an officer, we say, yes, sir, and salute.
Yes, sir.
Now, you get your gear ready, and we'll be moving out.
Yes, sir.
Gear? Moving out?
Oh, Mrs. Carmichael, nice seeing you again.
Nice seeing me again.
Oh, I'm Mrs. Bagley, her friend, Mrs. Carmichael's friend.
Mrs. Bagley, Mrs. Carmichael's friend.
How do you do, Colonel? And this is Jerry's sister.
How do you do, sir?
Yeah.
Chrissy?
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Well, we'd better be hurrying along. Are you ready, Cadet Carmichael?
Not quite sure. I'm having trouble closing my suitcase.
Yes, we've had a lot of trouble closing that suitcase. I tell you what, I'll go out tomorrow and buy him a larger suitcase, and I'll bring him up to the academy myself tomorrow.
That won't be necessary, Mrs. Carmichael. I've had years of experience with this sort of thing. Allow me.
You see? Too much gear, not enough suitcase. Now, look, I'll go out and buy him a larger suitcase tomorrow. Really, I will. And I'll bring him up to the academy first thing tomorrow. Or the day after, depending how long it takes to get that monogrammed.
I'm sure I can manage. This suitcase will close if it knows what's good for it. After all, I'm the colonel. Mission accomplished.
Well, now, that's using your head.
All right, Cadet Carmichael, we're ready now.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, honey.
Bye, Mom, sir.
Oh, look, dear. Be sure and wash behind your teeth and brush your ears. And be a good boy, mind the Colonel.
I'm sure he'll be fine.
Yeah, and, honey, I'll be up to see you in a few days.
Mrs. Carmichael, we have a rule at the academy. No parents are allowed to visit the new cadets for the first 2 weeks.
For 2 weeks? That's 14 days.
I'm aware of that. It was all in the brochure we sent you about the academy.
Well, I'm afraid I missed that.
Well, for long years of experience, we have learned that our policy is beneficial both for the child and the parent during the cadet's orientation period. Well, shall we go, cadet?
Yes, sir.
Honey, don't forget to write now, and I'll be up to see you in 2 weeks. 1 minute after midnight. Wait a minute. I forgot. Here's some postcards, honey. They're all stamped and addressed, and you write me twice a day. The minute you get up before you go to bed at night.
Have a wonderful time, Jerry.
Goodbye, honey. I've lost my baby. Dear, no mail from Jerry. I thought sure I'd get a postcard.
Lucy just left yesterday afternoon. There's no way he could have sent you one unless he mailed it on his way out of town.
Well, I just want to know if he got there safely. There's a lot of traffic on that road, you know.
With Colonel Anderson in charge, you don't have a thing to worry about. If traffic gets too heavy, he'll sit on it.
Dear. I know what I'm going to do.
What are you going to do?
I don't know why I didn't think of this before. I'll call him.
Oh.
Hello? Hello, this is Mrs. Carmichael. May I speak to my son, Jerry, please? Pardon? Well, yes, I knew it was against the rules to visit them for the first 2 weeks, but I never dreamed you weren't allowed to speak to them on the phone. Hello? Hello? I guess they got another call.
Against the rules, huh?
Apparently. They sure have a lot of rules around there. Colonel Anderson runs it like it was a jail or something. You'd think they'd give a little boy one call to his mother. I know a way to get to talk to him.
Long Ridge Military Academy. This is long distance. I have a call for Jerry Carmichael from Long Beach, California. I have my party on the line. Go ahead, Long Beach.
Hello, this is Abigail Carmichael, Jerry's 99-year-old great-grandmother. I was wondering if I could speak to the little nipper. Against the rules. Well, at my age, I don't pay attention to rules. Rules, push, tush. So, young man, if you'll just skedaddle and put my great-grandson on the line, I'd appreciate it.
Well, the same to you, Corporal. Now, how did he know that was me?
Oh, look, Lucy, you might as well be patient, and in 2 weeks you can go up to the school and spend a whole afternoon with Jerry.
2 weeks is such a long time. What if he's changed so much I don't recognize him? I could spend the whole afternoon with the wrong boy. Viv, I finally found that picture of Jerry at the beach.
Another picture? Don't you think you have enough pictures of Jerry around this room?
Well, these pictures are all I have. These are my memories.
Oh, Lucy, he's only been gone for 3 days.
Well, it's easy for you to talk. You still have your Sherman at home. He hasn't answered his country's call yet.
Oh, he's only gone to military school. He isn't overseas.
Well, he might as well be overseas. I can't visit him, and every time I call him, they won't let me talk to him.
Well, for goodness sakes, you've got pictures of him from the time he was 1 week old to 10 years. If you turn your head fast, he grows up right there.
Well, thank goodness I've got these pictures. He's going to be at Long Ridge until he's a senior. Then he's going to go to college, and then he'll get married. And if I know that wife of his, she'll never let me visit him.
Lucy, get hold of yourself.
Wonder where I should put these.
Back in the attic where you found them.
Never mind. I'm going to put them right there.
Honestly, I'm surprised you didn't dig up a curl from his first haircut.
Oh, would you like to see it, Viv?
Oh, Lucy, you're just being ridiculous.
don't care. I'm so worried about him. How do I know he's all right?
Because he's in a very good school and they're taking very good care of him. Now you can rest.
The mailman! That's the mailman!
Good morning, Mrs. Carmichael.
It's from Jerry! Oh, thank you. Dear Mom. Dear Mom, he still remembers me. They blow the bugle at 6:30 and we have to get up. I eat everything on my plate. Say hello to everybody. Having a wonderful time. Your son, Jerry.
See? What did I tell you? You have nothing to worry about.
Nothing to worry about. That's what you think. I can read between the lines.
What do you mean between the lines?
They blow the bugle at 6:30 and he has to get up. Has to get up. He doesn't want to get up. You know that. He likes to stay in bed and hide under the covers. He hates it there.
Oh, Lucy.
And get this. I eat everything on my plate. You know he always leaves something. Why does he eat everything on his plate? Because they don't give him enough. They're starving him to death.
Oh, come now.
Look at this. Having a wonderful time. Now, what comes after having a wonderful time?
A period.
I don't mean that. I mean the expression, having a wonderful time. What comes after that? Wish you were here. He wishes I were there. That's what. And you know why? Because the poor little darling is homesick, sleepy, and half crazed with hunger.
Oh, now, honey, if he felt like that, don't you think he would tell you?
How could he? He wouldn't dare tell me the truth because of military censorship.
Oh, Lucy.
I'm going up to that academy right now.
Now, remember the rule. You can't visit a cadet for 2 weeks.
Vivian, my place is with my son in the trenches.
May I help you, ma'am?
I'd like to see Colonel Anderson, please. I'm Mrs. Carmichael.
Yes, ma'am. Won't you have a seat?
Oh, thank you, sir.
Colonel Anderson, sir? I'm Mrs. Carmichael to see you. Yes, sir. He'll be right out, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Have you declared war on some other military academy?
Beg your pardon, ma'am?
Well, those guns and the way you're dressed.
These uniforms are for training maneuvers, ma'am.
Oh. Oh, training maneuvers.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh.
Clark, give this uniform to George Curry when he gets off sentry duty.
Right.
At ease. Well, Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, Colonel Anderson, how are you, sir?
You know, I wasn't expecting a visit from you until 1 minute after midnight, 11 days from now.
I know, and I'd like to say that that's a wonderful rule you have about parents not being allowed to visit for the first 2 weeks.
Yes, we think it's a wonderful rule, too, and I'm certain delighted you're in accord with our policy. So what are you doing here now?
Oh, well, believe me, sir, I would not be here unless this was a very special occasion. You see, it's little Jerry's birthday, and he and I always celebrate together.
How sweet.
Yes, and I brought a very large cake so he can share with his fellow cadets. So if you'll just show me where his room is, I'll just run in and light the candles on the cake and cut the cake and pass the paper hats and pin the tail on the donkey and run right out again.
Well, that is really a delightful idea, and I would be in accord with it except for one thing.
Oh, what's that, sir?
According to your son's application, his birthday was 3 weeks ago.
3 weeks ago?
Yes.
Oh, dear. Well, if his birthday was 3 weeks ago and I missed it, then I've got to take him the cake so that he knows that his mommy didn't forget him completely.
Now, Mrs. Carmichael, there's no use with going on with this. Both you and I know why you're here. So give me the cake, and I will see that Jerry and his friends get it.
But you don't know what it's like being separated from your only son for the first time. You don't know what we mothers go through.
You don't know what I go through because of what you mothers go through.
What do you mean by that?
Cadet Clark.
Yes, sir.
every night of the semester thanks to Mother Love and a large freezer. Cadet Clark.
Yes, sir?
Will you please show Mrs. Carmichael to the gate?
The gate, sir?
Yes, the gate.
Yes, sir.
Goodbye, Mrs. Carmichael. And we will see you on the first visiting day.
Yes, sir.
Pardon me a moment, ma'am. Reception desk, Cadet Clark speaking. Yes, sir. Uniform for the day is lower classman dress, intermediate classman fatigues, upperclassman training maneuver uniforms. Yes, sir. Obstacle course training schedule of 1,300. Drill 1,400. No, sir. Only if it rains. No, sir. I don't think that'll happen. Roger. Yes, sir. I beg your pardon for the delay, Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, that's quite all right. Cadet Clark.
Yes, ma'am?
Just so I don't waste any time when I come on visiting day, could you give me an idea where Cadet Carmichael is bivouacked or bunked or whatever it is you call it?
Oh, he's in Wellington Hall.
Oh, he's in Wellington Hall. Oh, I see. And just where is that?
Well, through these doors, across the drill field, and past the library.
Oh, through these doors, across the drill field, and past the library.
Yes, ma'am.
I see. Thank you. Oh, yes.
Shouldn't you be in class?
No, sir.
I've never seen you before.
No, sir.
Oh, you must be that transfer from Rockingham.
Transfer from Rockingham.
Yes, and your name is Cadet Cosgrove.
Cosgrove.
Well, fall in, Cadet Cosgrove. Over there. Left, face. Over there on the end of the line, Cosgrove. Now, you know, men, your parents have asked us to make you complete soldiers. Cosgrove! Chin in, shoulders back, stomach in, eyes front. Now today, we'll practice assembling rifles. And I want it done under the 35-second record. Yahoo!
How was that again?
Yahoo! Proceed to the obstacle course. Left shoulder, hugs. Right, face. Forward, hedge. Cosgrove, fall in line. Hello, hut, two, three, four, hut, two, three, four, hut, two, three, four, hut, two, three, four, one. Halt, hut, two. Cosgrove, left, face. Now we'll fall out at the obstacle course. Hi-oh, move there. Cadet Thornton will illustrate to you how to run the obstacle course. Are you ready, Cadet Thornton? Hit it! Go! 1, 2, on the double. Everything on the double. Swing there, boy. Swing fast there. That's it. Now, up and over. That's the way. Do that. Right there. Go. Go there, man. Very good, Cadet Thornton. Now, in this order, Blake, Kelly, Cosgrove, Snyder, Altman. Hit it! Go! 1. Fast, man. Fast, fast, fast. Fast, man. There you go. There you go. There you go. Swing it over. Swing it back. Swing it back. Swing it. Double time. Double time. Double time. Double time. What are you doing up there? Is this what they taught you at Rockingham? Get him down here. Come on, Blake and Kelly. Get him down. Come on now. On the double, man. Up and over. Up and over. Up and over, Cosgrove. Over. Over, Cosgrove. All right, Blake. Hit the pipe. Go fast, man. Cosgrove. Hit the pipe. Go there. All right. Kelly. Hit the pipe. Come on, then now. Fast, fast. Speed is the essential thing. Speed is the... Cosgrove. Alley, oxygen free.
I'm afraid I'm stuck, sir.
All right, men. Disassemble the pipe. Stuck in the pipe. All right, now. Come on, get out of there, Cosgrove.
Still stuck, sir.
All right. Stand him upright. All right, now get out of there, Cosgrove.
Still stuck, sir.
All right. Inhale. Exhale. That ought to do it. Slip it off. Well, that's it for me today, man. All right, on the double. Everybody hit the showers. Oh, man. Cosgrove, I said go to the showers.
Well, I just don't feel like it, sir.
What do you mean you don't feel like it? That's an order.
I just don't feel dirty today.
Why, that's right. Insubordination. You report to the colonel's office immediately.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Jerry. Oh, wrong Jerry. Jerry, baby. Jerry. Jerry, it's me, baby. Baby, it's me. How are you, honey? How are you? How have you been? I missed you so.
Beg pardon, sir?
It's me, Mommy.
Mom, what are you doing here? And why are you dressed like that?
Oh, honey, I missed you so. I just had to see you. This is the only way I could get into the academy.
Gosh, I missed you too, Mom.
Oh, did you, baby?
And I miss Sherman and Aunt Viv. I even miss my dumb old sister.
Really, honey? Oh.
To tell you the truth, I don't think I should be sent away to school until I'm more emotionally secure.
At ease, men. I heard what you said about not being quite ready for Long Ridge, and I agree.
Oh, yes. That's right. We have to think of his emotional insecurity, Colonel.
I wasn't thinking of his as much as I was thinking of yours, Mrs. Carmichael. Now, why don't you two gather your gear and trot along home and come back and see us in, maybe a couple of years?
Oh, Colonel Addison, you act stern and gruff, but inside you're just a big old cuddly honey bear.
What?
Sir?
Attention. Right, face. Forward, hunch. 1, 2, 3, 4, hunch.
starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Vivian Vance.
How you coming with your homework, honey?
Oh, pretty good.
How's the composition coming, Chrissy?
Oh, pretty good. I only have to write about 200 more words.
Yay, Milroy! Milroy, this boom ba!
Mom, you look great. Oh, you must have been a wonderful cheerleader.
Thank you.
You gonna take that outfit to your college reunion this weekend?
Oh, sure. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if during halftime at the game the crowd would insist that I get up and lead a guest locomotive.
What is this all about?
My graduating class is holding a reunion this weekend. You didn't tell me that. Well, I just decided to go this morning.
And since I'll be going to Milroy in 2 years, Mom's gonna take me up to show me the campus.
You didn't tell me that. What reunion is this, Lucy? What year did you graduate? I'm not going to tell you that either.
Oh, gee, Aunt Viv, we're gonna have a neat time.
Yeah.
Hey, Hank, why don't you go with us?
Oh, yeah. How about that, Viv? Why don't you? We're going to have a torchlight parade, and there's a big rally and a game Saturday and a dance afterward.
Oh, I don't think so. I'd rather stay home.
Why?
Why don't you go and have some fun, Mom? Jerry and I'll beat Uncle Ned's, and you'll be all alone.
Sure. What are you going to do all weekend?
Well, to begin with, I'm going to sleep every day till noon. And I'm going to eat everything I like. I think for dinner the first night, I'll have a big plate of homemade fudge and a bowl of sauerkraut.
Really? Come on. You'll have a lot more fun at Milroy.
I defy you to top what I just outlined.
Well, for one thing, we can go to the game and the dance with two cute bachelor professors. You topped it. All right, listen, if you're going to go, you both have to learn some of the Milroy yells so you can get into the spirit of the game. Sit down.
Okay.
All right. Now, this first yell I'm going to teach you is a wonderful one. It has 26 rahs at the end.
Oh.
I'll do it, and then you do it with me, okay?
All right.
All right, okay, gang. Let's give him the old Milroy axe. Give him the axe. Give him the axe. Give him the axe. Where? Right in the neck. Right in the neck. Right in the neck. There. Give him the axe. The axe. The axe. Give him the axe. The axe. The axe. Give him the axe. Give him the axe. Give him the axe. Where? Right in the neck. The neck. The neck. Right in the neck. The neck. The neck. Right in the neck. Right in the neck. Right in the neck. There. Yay, Milroy. Yay. Rah, 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 rah. There's about 26 more rahs.
Oh, girl. If they ask you to lead a yell, you'll be the first cheerleader ever carried off of the field on a stretcher.
Chrissy, isn't this a beautiful campus?
Oh, I can't wait to come here.
And you know what? In the springtime, all these trees are in blossom.
Oh.
And see, honey, right over there is where I lived on campus my last year. That's the Senior Women's Hall. I lived in the East Wing.
Excuse me, Mrs. Carmichael.
Yeah?
That's not the Senior Women's Hall anymore.
Oh?
No, it's a men's dorm.
Oh.
Sounds like you left school too soon, Lucy.
Come on, honey. And right over there is Jean Bennett's house.
Oh.
And right now, we are standing right in front of the most famous landmark on campus. This is the Milroy Bell Tower, named after Zachary Milroy, the founder of the university. And usually... Oh, dear.
What's the matter?
Zachary Milroy's statue is up there.
Well, who do you expect to find in the Milroy Tower? Leland Stanford?
No, I mean at homecoming, the statue was always stolen by one of the dorms. It's tradition. Hey, how come you haven't already swiped him? What's happened to your old dorm spirit?
Oh, Dean Bennett clamped down again this year. He said stealing Zachary is out.
Oh, he says that every year. He never means it.
Oh, he sounded like he meant it this time.
Well, he sounds like he means it every time.
Look, this is your chance. Go on, get him. We'll stand guard. You can help him, Chris.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hey, wait a minute.
What?
Where are we going to hide him? Oh, the campus police are all over the place.
Yeah, I know. Good spots are hard to find. Let me think now. I got it. Under the porch of the journalism building. That's where I hid him when I was a senior.
No, the journalism building was torn down the year after you left.
Oh.
What year was that, honey?
I know where we can hide him. In the closet in our room at the dorm. They'll never suspect an old grad of being in on this.
Oh, that's a
great idea.
Come on, let's go.
Okay.
Now be careful.
Yeah, we will.
Take it easy now.
All right.
Now, Lucy, do you think you should be encouraging this?
Oh, Viv, it's tradition. You have got to steal Zachary and hide him and then sneak him back without having the campus patrol catch you. Why? Because that's part of the tradition.
Oh. Well, what if the campus police discover that hot founder in our closet?
Oh, nobody ever really tries to catch you. The campus police always look the other way.
Well, if nobody really cares and you aren't in any danger of being caught, what's the point of stealing old Zach in the first place?
It's tradition. Hello, I'm Lucille Taylor Carmichael, class of,
Well, there's no point in whispering, dear. We're all in the same class.
What year was that, honey?
Never mind, Viv. Now, come on, go mingle. Find Chris.
Okay.
We decided to use name tags just in case we couldn't remember who we were after so many years.
Well, I'll recognize everybody. After all, it hasn't been that long. Cuddles Conrad. Cuddles Conrad.
Yeah, that's me. Oh, come have some coffee, Lucy. I'm so glad you could make it.
Well, I
Lucy! Lucy Taylor, how are you?
Well, hi, I'm fine. How are you?
You son of a gun. You look even prettier than you did on graduation day.
Well, let me tell you, you're just as handsome as you were back then, too, Howard Wilcox.
Lucy, it sure is good to see you again.
Thank
Lucy
you.
Taylor, how are you?
Hi there. How are you?
Oh, long time no see.
Yeah, long time no see is right. Oh, what a beautiful pom-pom. Do you mind if I take a smell of your
No, go
pom-pom?
ahead.
Oh, thank you, Betty Jo Hampton.
Oh, I didn't think you'd remember me.
Are you kidding? Not remember you?
Do you remember me?
Bill Lanston. Bill Lanston, how is Flo and your three lovely daughters?
I married Alice, and we have 4 sons.
Oh,
Lucy, do you remember this?
oh, for heaven's sake. Oh, my gosh.
Can you still remember how to play it,
I
Lucy?
don't know. I haven't touched one in years. Let's see. My dog has fleas. It's in tune. Let's see now. La 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 la. Ba ba da 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 da. Wa da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. Has anybody seen my dog? If you should find it too, has anybody seen my girl? Has anybody seen my
Dean Bennett.
Well, whom do we have here?
Oh,
Lucy Taylor,
Yes.
of course. Well, excuse me for looking at your name tag, but it has been a long time.
oh,
hasn't it?
yes, sir. It has been a long time.
Oh, well.
Dean Bennett, I have a message for you.
Oh,
Hi,
thank you
darling.
very much.
Have you been having a good time?
May I have your attention, please? Everyone. I have just learned that somebody has stolen the statue of our founder from the bell tower.
Well, are they still doing that?
Yes, they are. in spite of the fact that I have personally requested the student body to refrain from such childish pranks.
But Dean Bennett, it's tradition.
I'm all for tradition, but this is just nonsense.
Well, I'm sure whoever took it will put it back, and that's all there will be to it.
That is not all there will be to it.
No.
I intend to find out about this once and for all. And when I find out who has taken that statue, I intend to expel them. Oh. Excuse me.
Oh, Mother, you and your bright ideas.
I'm sorry, dear. I had no idea it would turn out this way.
I may become the first co-ed in history to be kicked out of college while I'm still in high school.
Now, look, don't worry. I'll fix everything. Now, look, Chris, you go on to the rally. I don't want you any more involved than you already are. Hey, come here. Now listen. You and I have got to sneak Zachary back to that tower before somebody finds him in our room at the dorm.
We can't put that statue back in broad daylight with everybody looking for it.
Well, we can if he's wearing a top coat and a hat.
Oh, yeah, he's wearing a top coat and a hat.
All right.
Wait a minute. Where are we going to get a man's coat and a hat?
Well, welcome to our class reunion. May I take your coat and hat? Hey, aren't you Art McQuillan?
Well, that's right.
How about that? I finally knew somebody. Gee, I'm glad to see you, Art.
Well, I'm glad to see you too, Dorothy.
Come on, Sam.
Never been so embarrassed in my whole life. Carrying this silly-looking thing between us all the way from the dorm.
Nobody thought a thing about it. They assumed he was an old grad who started celebrating homecoming a little early.
Well, I wish this old grad hadn't gotten so portly through the years. He weighs a ton.
Oh, come on. Remember, we're doing this for Chris.
Oh, if you really wanted to do something for Chris, you'd have kept your mouth shut.
Oh, dear. Stop grumbling. Let's just get him inside, for heaven's sake. Come on, this way.
Hi, Lucy.
Oh, hi, Howard.
Lucy, aren't you going to the rally?
Oh, yeah, in a few minutes. I got to take care of my friend. I'm afraid he started celebrating our victory ahead of time.
Can I help you with him?
No. His wife and I can handle him. We'll see you at the rally.
His wife. You get me up here, you promise me a cute bachelor, and then you marry me off to this pigeon roost.
All right. I couldn't tell him he was my husband. I graduated from this college. I have a reputation to maintain.
Oh.
Now, come on. Come on. Wait, just stop grumbling. Come on. Listen. Oh, dear.
Stop kicking me.
Wait a minute. I'll get the door open.
Wait a minute, Biff. All right.
Go ahead. Go first. Yes.
Come on, Jack, old boy.
Don't go so fast, Bill. Heavens. Okay, I'll take his hat and coat off.
A circular staircase yet.
Come on, let's go. All right? Yeah, you get a hold of the head. And then I'll lift up the back. You got it? Yeah, I got it. Okay, go ahead. All right. Up you go.
I just can't do it, Lucy. You know I'm afraid of height.
Afraid of heights? You're only on the first step.
Well, don't think just because you got me going backwards, I don't know that there's 4 more flights up there.
Oh, come on.
Now, you know me and my acrophobia.
Phil, do you have any idea what it's like to have a best friend who's a neurotic?
Well, you get yourself another best friend, and you'll make me the happiest neurotic in the world.
Come on, let's go, huh?
Well, now, maybe turn him. Let's see. That's not going to work. Look, that's it. Oh.
All right?
Ready? Stop. Oh, he wants to go that way.
All right. Okay. Up. Raise him up, Viv. Oh. Oh. Okay. All right. All right. Hold him there. Stop complaining. At least you got a man in your arms. Go ahead.
I can't, Lucy. It's stuck again.
Well, scrooch him a little.
The other way! Well, you didn't say which way. You'll have to be a little more specific about your scrooching, girl. Oh, Lucy, so heavy. Oh, Viv. Oh, dear. Why did you have to go to a college that had a fat founder?
I'll thank you to show a little more respect for our founder. Now, come on. Stand up, Viv, and get going. We're going to be late for the rally. Stand up. You can't do it sitting down.
Hold on now, Lucy.
You get up there yourself first. Wait a minute now. Let's go sideways. All the way. Hurry up, he's getting heavy. All right, hold on now. Just hold him right there. All right. Hold him right there.
Got it. Okay. Come on.
I can't. Oh, it's so beautiful up here. You can see the
Lucy, it's so high! Why did you do that? Don't yell at me.
I'll just bet he's broken in a million pieces.
I hope he is.
Come on, let's go get him.
You mean we have to go all the way down there and bring him all the way back up here again?
Of course we do, and we better hurry up. Now, come on, it's almost 11 o'clock.
You want me to hurry back up those stairs?
Yes, I do. I want to get to the rally. Now, come on. Viv, you had better get down there if you want to meet any cute bachelor professors.
Oh, brother. Oh, Lucy, I never thought I'd ever say this, but I almost wish you'd been a dropout.
Hang on now, Viv. Get way up at the top, and then I'll shove him up there. All right. Okay, coming fine now. Don't give up now. Up you go, girl. You got it. All right. You got it? Yep. All right, stand up. You can't do it sitting down. Still. How many times do I have to tell you to get on your feet? Oh, for heaven's sake, Viv, I can't hold this thing any longer. All right. Right. All right, all the way up there. Oh. Okay. Okay, now. All right, now. Now, we'll put him over on his little platform. Come on. Go around the bell this way. We'll have to...
You know, I spent more time with Zachary than I did with my ex-husband.
Right here. Yeah? Now, you hold on up here like this. Yeah? And I'll take the seat and put him over the railing. All righty, you got it? Go. Okay, wait a minute now. Oh. Oh, well, I'll lower him carefully. Watch out for his hand. Is he there? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Mission accomplished.
Thanks.
on, let's go to the rally.
You think it's still going on? It's almost 12 o'clock, girl.
There!
What?
There's no handle on this door!
No handle on the door? Why did you close it?
I didn't know there's any handle on the door!
Get it open. Oh, here.
Let's not yell at each other. You yell over the side. What are you doing anyway?
Well, I must say it's been quite a weekend. So far, we've missed the rally and the game, and if my luck holds out, we'll probably miss the dance tonight.
Oh, now, Viv, we'll get out of here in time for the dance.
I don't really care about the dance anymore. I just want to get out of here before New Year's Eve.
Hey, there's somebody coming up the steps.
You don't.
Hooray, we're saved!
We're saved?
They're coming up the
Somebody's
steps.
coming?
Oh, boy, are we glad to see you, Dean Bennett.
Lucy, are you okay?
Yeah, we're all right.
Lucy, you missed a great game.
Really?
Yeah, we were worried sick.
Oh,
How did you know we were up here?
Well, Dean Bennett suggested that you might be up here.
Oh, now look, Dean Bennett, please, you, my daughter Chris and her friends had nothing to do with this. I did it all by myself, so go on and expel me, have my diploma revoked.
You can't touch me. I went to Kansas State.
Now, let's not get hasty. After all, somebody might wonder how I got a hunch that this was where you were.
Yeah, come to think of it, how did you think to look up here?
Well, when I was in school and stole the statue, there wasn't any handle on that doorway either.
You swipe Zachary!
If you don't tell on me, I won't tell on you. Is it a deal?
It's a deal! Oh, that's wonderful! Hey, what are you all doing up here anyway?
Lucy, we haven't sung the alma mater yet.
Yeah, we wouldn't sing without you to lead us like you used to.
You want me to lead you?
Come on, let's sing it now, Lucy.
No, I haven't done it for... Oh, no, I had no idea we were going to do that, so I'm
show starring Vivian Vance.
Where are you fellas going?
Over to the Y to trap my submarine in the swimming pool.
I thought you were going to put that in the bathtub.
I tried it, but the bathtub isn't good for submarines.
If you ask me, the bathtub isn't good for anything. Gee, look at all the swell puddles. Have fun. Look at all the swell puddles.
It's very interesting, you know. They walk all the way to the Y in the pouring rain, stepping in every puddle, and I can't get that kid near a bathtub without a gun in his back.
Well, girl, I think I'll go up to my room. It's a great morning for a nice long nap.
Well, that's a good idea. Get a lot of sleep so you can stay awake tonight.
What does that mean?
Means you had one of your nightmares. You talked in your sleep last night.
Oh, did I do that again?
Yeah, I could hear you all the way down to my room. It was very disturbing.
What did I say?
I couldn't quite make out. That's what was so disturbing.
I'll try to speak up next time.
Okay. Ooh, what was that?
What was what?
Felt like there was water in my head. The roof is leaking again.
Oh, for
dear.
heaven's sake.
They'll ruin my new kitchen.
Oh.
Pull the rug back.
Yeah.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Good heavens.
Oh, why does the roof have to leak every time it rains?
I guess it's because sunshine isn't very leaky.
Oh, honestly.
Lucy, what are you doing?
There's another one. What do you think I'm doing? I'm holding up the ceiling.
Oh.
Put the bowl over there.
Okay, here.
I don't understand it. I just had the roof fixed.
Maybe some of the shingles blew. Hey, wait a minute, Lucy. How could the roof be leaking between the first and second floor?
The bathtub.
Sure, it must have left the water running.
We gotta go turn it off. Oh, honestly.
What do you know? You really were holding up the ceiling.
Hurry up, Viv.
I'm hurrying as fast as I can. Mixing plaster isn't exactly like making a cake, you know. I still don't know why we're doing this. Amateurs just shouldn't attempt a job like this.
All right, now, Mr. Peterson told us he charged $40 for this job.
But we don't know a doodly squirt about plastering.
Okay, Viv, it was your son who let the bathtub run over, so you pay the $40.
You know, the more you talk, the more we know about plastering.
I thought you'd see it my way.
You know, Lucy, if you ever give up your career in plastering, you can take up blackmailing.
Never mind.
Okay, it's ready. My opinion, which isn't worth anything, it's ready.
That looks pretty good.
Pretty good. It looks so delicious, it's all I can do to keep from licking the bowl.
Oh, come on.
Ready?
Yeah. Which one of these things do I use?
Well, why don't we just use the biggest one? I don't know.
All right. All righty, Viv. I'm not going to eat it. You better keep stirring that or it'll get hard.
Oh, Lucy, my arm is tired.
Well, you've got to keep stirring. I don't know how much more I'll need.
Okay. I'll use your electric mixer.
Don't you dare. Well, let's see now.
Boy, the floor will never leak.
There. Oh, nice going, Viv.
Who'd you Well, I can't imagine how that happened. I used an old recipe of my grandmother's.
All right, let's not get nasty. Just put in some more plaster.
Okay, come on, try this.
Okay. All right. You stir it enough?
If I stir it any more, it'll turn to butter.
All right, come on. Give me some more. A little bit more. Come on. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. There you go. Thank you.
Now, if that does right, I'm going to turn in my union card.
Well, it better be right, girl.
Boy, I know why plasters make so much money. They have to take so much abuse.
Well, here goes. That should do it.
Oh, congratulations, Lucy. Michelangelo couldn't have done any better than that.
Don't let it hear you. You just saved $40. Come on, let's clean up this mess. You take those buckets out. Okay. Don't slam that door, girl.
Say something.
Well, there you are. How about that, Mr. Mooney?
Excellent. That's a beautiful job. You know, when you told me you were going to repair your ceiling yourself, I thought you'd lost your mind. But I was wrong. That looks splendid. You know, Peterson would charge a fortune for that.
He did.
Peterson did that?
Yes, but before you look at the bill, I want to tell you something. Come here.
No.
Now, look, Mrs. Bagley's taking a nap in the living room, so when you yell at me, would you please yell quietly?
Now, why would I yell at you?
Well, every time I show you a bill, you yell at me. It's tradition with us. So here, go ahead, yell.
Mrs. Carmichael. What was that for?
Well, I thought you were going to yell. It was sort of a leftover flinch.
Why should I yell? This is perfectly clear-cut. Since it was her son who let the water overflow in the bathtub, this bill will have to be paid by Mrs. Bagley.
Oh, well, I'm afraid you don't know Mrs. Bagley. She has a strange quirk. She thinks the landlord should pay for all repairs.
Well, Mrs. Carmichael, I am not going to give you the money out of your trust fund to pay for this bill. Either Mrs. Bagley pays it as she is obligated to do, or you raise her rent. Now, you just go right in there and tell her.
Oh, I couldn't do that.
Well, somebody's got to tell her.
Okay, you go in and tell her and let me know what she says.
Very well. I'll go and tell her. Oh, no, you... Oh, no, you should do it after all. You are the landlord.
Well, you're the executor of my trust fund.
All right. We'll go and face her together after you. Mrs. Carmichael.
Well, it doesn't make a difference. You don't believe things that. You don't believe me? Ask Lucy. Yeah, Lucy, that's exactly what she thought. Didn't make no difference to me, though, one way or another.
She's having a dream, and I hate to interrupt. Let's come back when she's awake.
Now.
That a boy Sherman. There's my boy Sherman. Make it that.
Viv, honey.
What, huh? Hey, oh.
Viv. Huh.
Oh, hi, Lucy.
Hi, dear. I want to ask you a little something, honey.
Yeah, what is it?
You wouldn't want me to raise your rent, would you?
No, I wouldn't. Good night.
Well, I asked her.
Yep. Mrs. Bagley.
Oh, Mr. Mooney. Oh, what are you doing here?
Mrs. Bagley, as of the 1st of the month, your rent will be increased 20% to cover the cost of repairs for the kitchen ceiling.
Oh, no. The landlord is supposed to pay for all repairs.
Yes, she's right, Mr. Mooney. Go back to sleep, honey.
Let me put it this way, Mrs. Bagley. You have a choice. Either you will pay the increase, or I'm afraid I will have to have you evicted.
Evicted?
From the Latin evictus. Meaning to be asked to leave the premises. By force, if necessary.
But, Mr. Mooney!
Business is business. Well, Mrs. Bagley, what do you say?
Phooey.
Phooey?
From the Latin, fooey. Meaning that's what you think. I have a lease.
She's right, Mr. Mooney. She's got a lease. Sorry to bother you, dear. Go back to sleep, honey.
Just a minute. If you will read that lease, you will find that it says, and I quote, when landlord makes property improvements, landlord has right to raise tenant's rent.
He's right, Viv, dear, and if you'll stop to think about it, I haven't ever raised your rent in all these years. Ever.
No, you haven't.
No.
Because the rent was so high when we started, you didn't dare charge more for that crummy little room.
Crummy little room? Why, you've had the use of the whole crummy house.
The whole house. You were right the first time.
Well.
I thought you were a friend of mine, but you're nothing but a landlord.
Well, you're nothing but a tenant.
Is that so?
Yes, that's so.
Ladies, please. Now, Mrs. Carmichael, will you get the lease so we can act civilized about throwing her out?
Well, I don't exactly have the lease.
I have the lease, and I'll be very happy to get it. Pardon me, please.
What? And just why don't you have a copy of the lease?
Well, we only bought one. We were both going to live in the same house. We didn't see any use in wasting 50 cents.
Here we are. Here
May I? Now, let's see. Ah, yes. Here we are. In event lessor improves, remodels, or repairs premises, lessor has the right to increase rent of lessee. Further, at lessee's option, all past rents paid by lessee to lessor for 5 years from the date of this contract may be applied as down payment toward purchase of premises herein described, and further, oh, good grief.
What does that mean?
That means that if I desire, as of now, I can own this house.
You wouldn't.
I am the lessee, and I so desire.
But you wouldn't take my own house away from me.
Oh, Mrs. Bagley, that is a little high-handed.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Mooney, but business is business.
But what about me?
Oh, I'll be happy to have you stay on as tenant.
A tenant?
At the same rent that I've been paying, plus 20%. Oh, now, of course, if you don't care to do that, I can always kick you out.
Kick me out?
Goodbye, Mr. Mooney. I'm so glad that you dropped in to read to us.
Well, Mr. Mooney, I hope you're satisfied. I just can't believe it. We've lived together for 5 years, and now she does a thing like this to me. I want my house back.
No, don't cry. Don't cry. Crying isn't going to do anything. No. Wait a minute. Did you say 5 years?
Yes, 5 years with that viper in my bosom.
She has been living here for 5 years, and the lease is for 5 years. Maybe the lease has expired. What was the date you signed it?
Why,
Think.
Well, I know it was near somebody's birthday because, we went to the dime store and we went there to buy candles and we saw these leases, so we decided to buy one and sign it so that it would make everything legal, so that even though we're good friends, nothing could ever happen. That's a laugh, isn't it?
That's a laugh. Now,
What?
the date.
What date?
The date. Whose birthday was it?
Oh, it was, I don't remember.
You don't remember?
No.
Birthday cake? Cake? Was there a cake?
Yeah, there was a cake.
There was a cake?
Yeah.
Ah, and what did it say on the cake?
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to...
Happy birthday to... I don't know.
happy birthday. Candle. Birthday party. There was a party.
Yeah, there was a party.
There was a party.
Yeah, there was a party.
And you were there.
Yeah, I was there.
And a lot of people were there.
Yeah, there were a lot
Everybody
of kids,
there.
a lot of candles.
And you bought the candle
Yeah,
to put
we
on
had
the cake.
those-
And you
yeah.
lighted the candles,
Yeah, we
and
had
they
a
were
lot
on
of
the cake,
candles. They were
and
on
the
the
cake
cake.
was all bright.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
can you see the cake?
Yes, I can see the cake.
Good.
Yeah.
And on the cake it says,
Happy birthday to baby. Sherman!
Sherman!
It was Sherman's birthday.
Sherman's birthday.
Yeah, it was Sherman.
When is Sherman's birthday?
Day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow.
Yeah.
And when did you sign the lease?
5 years ago.
5 years ago. I mean, when did you sign the lease in relation to Sherman's birthday?
Oh, it was right after the party.
Look, wait.
What?
Wait. We've got it.
What?
If Sherman's birthday is day after tomorrow,
Yeah.
that means the lease is good for 2 more days. Now, if I know Mrs. Bagley, and I'm afraid I'm beginning to, she will be at the escrow department of the bank at 10:01 tomorrow morning, exercising her option.
Well, we're not going to let her do that.
Well, I'm afraid I can't stop her if she has that lease clutched in her greedy little hands.
You mean if she didn't have that lease, she couldn't take my house away?
That's right, she wouldn't have any proof.
Oh.
That is the most evil-sounding oh-ho I have ever heard.
Now, there's got to be a way to swipe that lease from her before tomorrow morning.
Mrs. Carmichael, swiping is illegal.
I don't care. I'm not going to sit by and watch her give Sherman this house for a birthday present. Now, we've got to find a way to get that lease away from her before tomorrow morning.
We? Just a minute. I am a man of integrity.
You are also the man who got me into this, which, by the way, I never intend to let you forget.
We must think of a way.
Come on, hurry up. Yeah, come on, give me the pole. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Come on. Quiet now. Can you make it all right?
Yeah. Oh, is this a thing for a grown bank president to be doing?
Oh, come on. Nick, be careful.
I still think this is the craziest scheme I've ever heard of.
What's crazy about it? Maybe it'll work. You said you were an excellent fisherman.
Catching trout in a stream is one thing, but fishing for a lease with a magnet through a window is something else again.
Oh, come on.
Oh, reel it in. That's
Oh, for heaven's sake, that magnet sticks to everything.
Yeah.
Hope it sticks to that lease. Oh, I can't get it off.
Huh?
No, you'll have to climb out there and get it off.
Me?
Yeah. Take it easy now. Take it easy. Get down. Don't make noises. Just come on. Hurry up. Okay, thank you.
Are you sure she locked her bedroom door?
I am positive she put the lease in her pajama pocket, said goodnight with a sneer, and locked the door behind her.
Oh.
Apparently, she doesn't trust anybody.
Look,
What?
look. Are you certain the paperclip is still on the lease?
I saw it with my own eyes.
Don't rush me. Oh.
Take it easy and be quiet.
There she is, sleeping like a baby.
Yeah, baby viper.
Over there?
Don't make so much noise.
Isaac Walton, forgive me. Don't rush me. Wait a minute.
Heavens. Try it again. Watch what you're doing.
I will.
Get way up and get the lease.
Wait.
You are. You do better with worms.
Well, it's a good night for it. They're certainly biting.
For heaven's sake, this time go after the lease, will you?
Oh, how would you like to try your luck?
Well, I couldn't do any worse.
All right. Congratulations. You've just caught the season's first striped bifocal. What's that? Yeah, what you got? You've got to get in there, get that string untangled, and get that wreath. Hold on.
Sorry, John. To me, I couldn't care less, really, no.
She's talking in her sleep again.
Look at my pretty balloon.
That's very pretty, Viv.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna sneak inside her dream and talk her out of letting go of that lease. What else?
Oh, I was a fool for asking.
See the pretty balloon?
Viv, honey, can I have your balloon?
No, it's mine.
But it's such a pretty red balloon.
It's blue.
Anyone can see it's blue.
It's a very pretty blue balloon, Viv. Please give it to me.
No.
I'll tell you a little secret, Viv. All my life I've wanted a blue balloon.
Oh. I'll tell you a little secret.
What's that, honey?
I've been awake ever since you two came up on the roof.
That's a terrible thing to do. What do you mean a terrible thing to do? What about that, huh?
How'd that get there?
Oh, calm now, Lucy.
Well, I was desperate. I was trying to get my house back.
I wasn't going to take your house. You're my best friend. I just said that because you were going to evict me.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I wasn't going to evict you, Viv.
No?
You're my best friend.
Ladies, before you exchange friendship rings, don't you think we ought to settle who is going to pay the bill for the kitchen ceiling?
We'll split the cost.
Okay.
Good idea.
3 ways.
3 ways? 3 ways?
Yeah, me, Viv, and you.
Just a minute. What makes you think that I will pay part of that bill?
Because you were the one that got us fighting in the first place.
Well, I am not going to pay it.
Well, all right. But how will it sound at the bridge club tomorrow when I tell all the girls that the president of our bank was seen crawling through the bedroom window of a certain attractive divorcee at 11 o'clock at night?
We'll split it 3 ways. Good night.
starring Vivian Vance.
Gee, I'm glad those carpenters are out of here and we finished redecorating. Now that I realize our company is so Tony.
Is Cousin Wally here yet?
No, he isn't here yet, darling. I told my whole class at school that a musician is staying at our house.
You did?
Miss Pearson asked me so many questions, it took up the whole arithmetic period.
I didn't know you were that interested in music.
I'm not, but I'll talk about anything to get her mind off long division.
Mom, I thought Cousin Wally was with the McKeesport Businessman Symphony.
Well, he was, darling, but the percussionist with the Manhattan Symphony had an accident and quit, so they sent for Wally.
Hey, what kind of an accident?
Well, it seems that during a credenza, he got carried away and pinched his nose between the cymbals.
Oh, that was lucky for Wally, though, wasn't it? Oh,
I finished cleaning up my room, Mom.
thank you, dear.
And I hid all my rock and roll records like you told me to.
Thank you very much. I don't think it'll hurt you too much to go 24 hours without hearing the surfers stomp.
Oh, that must be Wally.
Oh.
Hi, Wally. To see you. You haven't changed a bit.
Well, that's not a very nice thing to say.
This is Lucy Carmichael.
Hello, Wally. I'm so happy. I've heard a lot about you.
And you remember Sherman? Hi, Wally.
Hi, you've grown.
And my little Jerry and Chris.
Hi, Wally. Nice to meet you.
Well, I know you've had a very long trip, and I know you'd like to rest, so I'll show you right up to your room, Wally.
No. I want to rehearse. I want to get in as much rehearsal as I can before the concert tomorrow evening, if you don't mind.
Oh, we don't mind at all.
No.
I'll go out and get the rest of my instruments.
Oh, that's all right. The kids and I'll get them. You two must have a lot to talk about. Come on, kids.
Oh, thanks,
All right.
Lucy.
You be careful.
Yeah, we'll be careful.
Take your hat.
Thank you.
Go right over there and sit down, Wally. Oh, my, this is so exciting. Wally, are you nervous about playing the concert tomorrow night?
No. After all, music is music. The Manhattan Philharmonic is just the McKeesport Symphony without the business suits. How could I be nervous?
Oh, Wally, I'm sorry. Oh, Wally, I'm so sorry. Oh, Wally, I'm so sorry. Oh, my goodness, I guess you are a little nervous after all, huh?
Oh, no, not really.
Wally, how are Edna and the kids?
Edna who?
Edna, your wife.
Oh, that Edna. Those kids, yeah.
Wally, would it make you nervous if we all sat and just watched and listened to you?
No, not at all.
Sherman, did you have to do that? Wally, sit down and relax. Just sit. Wally's going to play in a time. What are you going to play, Wally?
The first selection tomorrow night will be the Nutcracker Suite by Peter Ilyich Tchaikovsky.
Oh, yes. I think that's one of Peter's best.
That's where the violins come in. on the woodwinds we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, these are the woodwinds.
Isn't this part lovely?
Oh. Just beautiful.
I don't hear anything.
I was just dreadful.
Oh?
I'll never be ready for the concert tomorrow evening. I'm just too nervous.
Hi, girl.
Hi.
I picked up Wally's dress suit. Mr. Krug did a good job pressing, don't you think?
He certainly did.
How is Wally?
Oh, Lucy, he's still just as nervous as a cat.
Really?
I just sent him upstairs and told him to take a nap.
I couldn't sleep a wink. I'll go into the kitchen and get a glass of milk.
Oh, Wally. Oh, Lucy's going to be all worn out before the concert even starts tonight.
Yeah, it's too bad we can't relieve that tension somehow. Make him smile or laugh or something. Hey, maybe I could tell him a joke. Jerry told me one he heard at school the other day.
It's worth a try.
Wally? Wally, do you know how to keep an elephant from charging?
No, I don't think so.
Take away his credit card.
Take away his credit card. Oh, that is goofy. Where did you hit? Where on earth did you hit? Oh, no. Oh.
What's the matter?
I laughed so hard I got the hiccups.
The hiccups?
I can't play a concert when I have the hiccups.
Oh.
It throws off all my timing.
Don't worry, they'll go away.
Oh, Wally, I have a sure cure for the hiccups. Wait a minute.
I doubt if it'll work. The last time I had the hiccups, it took me 2 days to get rid of them.
Really?
All righty now, Wally. You just bite on this line.
Oh, no. I don't like limes. They're too sour.
That's just it. They're so sour, they'll take your mind off of your hiccups.
Nothing doing.
Now,
no,
come
no,
on,
no.
Wally.
I'd rather have the
come on.
hiccups.
Wally,
No,
just give it a chance for heaven's sake.
Come on now, Wally.
All right, I'll hold him and you put it in his mouth.
All right.
We did it! Oh, Wally, you are so right. They are sour.
Now, Wally, stop worrying. I know a lot of cures we haven't even tried yet.
It's no use. I'll have these hiccups for 2 days the way I always do. I won't be able to do the concert. I just have to go back to McKeesport and tell them all I'm here. And it will kill me.
Hey, I got an idea.
Just forget it. He hasn't recovered from your last one.
No, now maybe this will work. Remember the other night at Audrey Simmons' party, one of the guests got a coughing fit, and Harvey cured him by hypnotizing him?
So?
Well, maybe hypnosis will cure the hiccups.
I don't want to be...
Oh, that's a great idea. Harvey's in Cleveland on a business trip.
But hypnotizing looks so easy.
I don't want to be hypnotized.
Well, then even I could do it. You? Why not?
No, I don't want to be hypnotized.
Why not, Wally? Maybe it'll work.
Oh, Lucy, I don't think you should do that. You don't know how.
Well, what's to know? All Harvey did was dangle a watch in front of that man's face and talk him to sleep. It's just the power of suggestion.
Oh, I don't like the idea, Lucy. It's dangerous.
Oh, Wally, give me your watch.
I don't know.
Look, it's either that or back to McKeesport and tell Edna you're a failure. All right, now sit down over there.
Oh, now, Lucy.
I doubt very much that this will work. I'll probably fight you every inch of the way. I've got a will of iron.
Well, now it's worth a try. All right, now relax. Just sit back, take it easy, and all you have to do is watch the watch. Keep your eyes on the watch, and listen to what I say. All right, now, Wally. Wally, what did Harvey say? Did he say, did Harvey say you are getting sleepy or your eyes are getting very heavy?
It seems to me he said, you are getting sleepy.
Okay. Wally, you are getting... Lucy really did hypnotize him. Wonder how long it would have taken if he didn't have a will of iron.
Why, you're even better than Harvey. Faster, anyway.
Thank you. Well, all right now, Wally. When I count to 3, you are going to wake up and you are going to be cured of the hiccups. 1, 2, 3. I don't understand. That's the way Harvey did it.
With one exception, when Harvey did it, the man woke up.
All right, Wally, I'm going to give you one more chance. I'm going to count to 3, and you're going to wake up and you're going to be cured of the hiccups. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's what I call being hypnotized.
Oh, Lucy, this is terrible.
Well, you got to admit one thing. I cured his hiccups.
This is his one big chance, and you've ruined it for him. He's never going to wake up.
Oh, yes,
Wally,
he
you
is.
know you got to
Wally.
play that concert tonight.
Wally.
Come on, up.
I got an
up and
idea.
at him. Now, Wally, you know what Eddie will say. You know this is your one big chance, Wally. Wally, wake up. That isn't doing a bit of good, Lucille. Come on now, Wally.
I got an idea. I know how we can save Wally's job.
How?
What's so tough about beating on a drum or tapping a triangle or clanging a cymbal? And look at this music. Every single cue is written out on it.
Lucy, you don't mean that you're thinking of...
Why not? You said nobody in the orchestra had ever seen Wally. You said they hired him over the phone. You get everything in the station wagon. I'm going to get dressed. Don't just stand there, Viv. This is the only way to save Wally's job. Vivian!
Wally, if you knew what was going to happen, you'd wake up.
Ladies and gentlemen, the conductor of the Manhattan Symphony, Mr. Jacques Dimarac. starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Vivian Vance.
Stop fidgeting, Jerry.
Hurry up.
Yeah, we want to play football.
Now, just a couple more minutes. We need to practice. Don't you want your mothers to be the best hospital helpers in town?
There, I'm finished.
Well, what were you treating the patient for?
A sprained finger.
Well, girl, don't you think you got a little carried away?
I look like a short mummy.
Mother, look at this.
What?
I took off the ruffles and raised the hemline, and it still doesn't look grown up enough.
Well, now, I'm sure it'll look grown up enough to boys your age, especially with you in it.
Well, I'm not interested in boys my age. There are going to be some older men there, 17 and 18-year-olds.
Senior citizens.
Just isn't the type of thing a girl should wear to her first formal dance. My dress should be something really special.
Oh, honey, I guess you're right. Let's see, the dance is tomorrow night. Take me too long to make one.
Not if you made it out of bandages.
Can we go play football now?
Yes, darling, you're excused. Hey, wait a minute. Aren't you going to take your bandages off?
No, this way they'll figure we're already wounded and won't tackle us so hard.
Oh, yeah.
Be careful now, boys. Well, Chris, there's only one thing to do. Buy you a new dress.
Really, Mom? Oh, I never dreamed we could afford to buy me a brand new dress.
Well, we can, but I think this is important. Viv, do you think Grindstaffs would have anything that she would like at a price I could afford?
They have an apricot taffeta for $39.50.
You didn't dream I'd buy you a new dress, huh? All right, honey, you got it.
Oh, Mother, you're wonderful. Thanks, love.
You're welcome, sweetheart. Viv, honey. Hey, where do you think you're going?
I'm trying to get out of the room before you ask me to loan you $39.50. Now, is that any attitude to take? Lucy, I am flat broke.
You really are?
Yes, I really are.
Well, you ought to budget yourself better. You ought to know enough to put something aside for my rainy day.
Well, I'm sorry, girl, but lately my losses have been running rather heavy at Monte Carlo.
Well, guess there's only one thing to do. Call the bank and ask Mr. Mooney for an advance on my allowance.
Oh, not again. Now, Lucy, you know how he hates for you to dip into your trust fund.
Yeah, he sure put a dent in my dipper.
The only way you're going to get $39.50 is to sandpaper your fingers and break into the bowl.
Well, this is so terribly important to Chris. I'm just going to have to take another crack at Mooney.
Well, I admire your courage after that great big battle you had with him last month.
Oh, well. I'm not one to hold a grudge. Maybe he isn't either.
Woo-hoo, boy.
Oh, poo-poo. Hello. Hello, this is Mrs. Carmichael. I'd like to speak to Mr. Mooney, please. How's that? He's in the hospital. What happened to him? Oh, that's too bad. Well, has someone else at the bank been assigned to take over his duties? Some kind, understanding, generous person? No, huh? Well, thanks anyway. Goodbye. Boy, he's got a nerve breaking his leg just when I need him.
He broke his leg. How did it happen?
Going into his house last night, he tripped over the welcome mat. How do you like that? My only chance to get the money is in traction.
Well, start sandpapering your fingers.
Hey, he's in the hospital, and I am a hospital helper.
So?
So, what man, even a penny-pinching banker, can resist the kind, gentle, loving care of a kind, gentle, loving hospital helper? I'll soften him up, and then I'll hit him for an advance.
But you're not on duty this week.
Well, I'll call Audrey Simmons and have her switch assignments with me. And you call Alice Canfield and have her switch assignments with you.
Me? What do you need me for?
Sometimes us hospital helpers need helpers. Oh, Bill, wait till you see me in action. I am going to be Mr. Mooney's angel of mercy. I'm going to out-Nightingale Florence.
There we are.
Thank you.
Now, does that feel a little better?
Ooh, yes, that's
Now, is there anything else I can get for you, Mr. Mooney?
No, thank you, Mrs. Blake.
All right, fine. Well, you just lay here and get your rest.
Hello there, Mr. Mooney. Hospital helper Lucy Carmichael reporting for duty.
Oh, no.
And how are we feeling this morning?
We have just had a relapse. Look, Mrs. Carmichael, before I agreed to be hospitalized, they told me that you would not be on duty for 2 full weeks. My only hope is that I'm delirious and you're an hallucination.
Oh, now, Mr. Mooney. Can I do anything to make you more comfy?
Yes. Get out.
Now, Mr. Mooney, that's no attitude to take. While you're here, you are a patient and I am a nurse. My only purpose is to ease your suffering.
Oh, how refreshing. Usually, your only purpose is to ask for an advance on your allowance.
Yeah. Well, what can I do to make things more pleasant for you? Fluff up your Betty Bye?
Betty Bye. Oh, no, thank you. My Betty Bye is sufficiently fluffed.
All righty. Now then, shall we crank up your bed a little?
If you think you can manage it.
Oh, yes, sir. Say, speaking of formal dances...
Were we?
Well, yes. As a matter of fact, we were. That is, my daughter and I were.
Crank, Mrs. Carmichael, crank, crank, crank.
All righty.
I said crank me up, not put me in orbit. Mrs. Carmichael, will you please get out of here before you break my back?
No, I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Mooney. You just relax now. Easy does it. Easy does it. Upsy-daisy. There we go. There you are.
Now, Mrs. Carmichael, will you leave me alone?
Say, speaking of alone... I'll get it. Hello? Yes, this is his room. Yes, this is his nurse speaking. Oh, there's a Western Union message for you. Oh, yes, I'll take it. Oh, you happen to have a pen on you.
No, I left it in my other hospital coat.
Oh, here's one. I don't suppose you have a piece of paper either, do you?
No, I'm afraid I wasn't planning ahead when I slipped on that welcome mat.
Oh, all right. Go ahead. Give me the message. Yes. Wishing you a recovery. Friends at the bank. I see. And from George, Elaine, Philip, William, Alice, Eric, Dick, and Virginia. Yes. Now, to make sure I got all those names, how many were there? Now, wasn't that nice of all your friends at the bank? Would you like to read? Well, I'm sorry. It's right there, all in a little chunk, if you want to read it.
Goodbye, Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, I don't have any place to go. I just want to sit here with you and chat a while.
Well, I don't feel like chatting. No, the doctor told me that I had to have plenty of rest.
Well, what does he know? It just so happens that chatting helps bones to heal.
Oh, this may be a major breakthrough in orthopedics. Chatting helps bones to heal.
Oh, and speaking of heel, that reminds me of toe, which reminds me of feet, which reminds me of dancing.
Only you would talk about dancing to a man with a broken leg. Mrs. Carmichael.
Yes, sir.
I know you are an angel of mercy.
Oh.
But please take wing.
Here we are.
Oh, I'll take that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, look what we have here, Mr. Mooney, our lunch.
We are not very hungry.
Well, now, when we are convalescing, we must take our nourishment so that we get strong enough to get out of our beddy by.
Betty, Mrs. Carmichael. Oh, that was very clever of you. Oh, yes, a broken rib will take my mind off my broken leg.
I'm terribly sorry. Now, you feel better after you've had your lunch. Now, let's see what we have. Oh, chicken soup. Chicken soup is very good to calm the nerves.
Chatting heals bones. Chicken soup soothes the nerves.
Right.
Dr. Hutchinson certainly wasted his time going to medical school.
Oh, that could be, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, look at this. Turkey gravy, mashed potatoes, and creamed beets. What yummies.
Mrs. Carmichael, will you leave me alone with my yummy?
No, sir. I'm going to feed you.
I'm perfectly capable.
Oh,
of
no,
feeding
you're not.
myself.
You're not strong enough to feed
Mrs.
yourself.
Carmichael,
Now, let's
Mrs.
open our mouth.
I can feed myself. I'm not a child. Mrs. Carmichael, I'm going to feed myself.
Well, all right, sir, if that's the way you want it.
Why did you do that?
I'm terribly sorry. I'll clean it up.
Out! Out! Help! Mrs. Blake! Mrs. Blake! Mrs. Blake, get away from me! Don't you touch me! Get out! Help! No! Get out of here! Never knock on my door again! Get out! Get out!
Mr. Mooney, what seems to be the trouble?
Get this woman out of here! Get her out of my sight! Look what she did to my lunch! She almost broke my rib, and she wrote all over my pass!
Calm your nerves. Oh,
Devil,
Mr. Mooney,
a sedative,
I'm so sorry this
sedative.
happened. I can assure you this will never happen again, sir.
Get her out of here! Get her out of here!
Relax, try to relax. Mrs. Carmichael?
Yes, ma'am?
You are not to come in this room again.
No, ma'am.
You are not to come on this floor again.
No, ma'am.
In fact, if I see you on this floor again, I'll have you dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Wait! I just remembered. You are the one who gave me that welcome mat!
Yes,
Dr. Jensen, Dr. Merritt, Dr. Stratton, Dr. Edwards, Dr. Edwards, Dr. Edwards.
Nurse, I'll be in 305. Yes, Mrs. Whittle. Good day.
Hello there. Lucy, what are you doing here? Now, Mrs. Blake gave strict orders that you were not to be on the third floor. I don't care. I've just got to talk to Mr. Mooney. How is he? Well, he's still pretty groggy from that sedative. That's perfect. It is? Yeah. While he's groggy, I'll get him to sign a check. That way he'll be giving me money without knowing it. I said he was groggy, not unconscious. Well, I just got to get that dress. Now, I think it's worth a try, Viv. Now, Lucy, this whole floor is off limits to you. You'll never make it way down that hall to his room. Oh, yes, I can. I have a plan, but I need your help. Now, come on.
Hello? Dr. Dr. Gilmore. Dr. Ralston. Dr. Jackson. Dr. Gilmore. Dr. Ralston. Well, now, here we are, Mrs. Edwards. I'll just get your records, and then we'll be on our way to the solarium.
Oh, a nurse.
Yes?
Would you come with me, please?
Oh,
It'll only be a minute.
But I
Now,
have
come
to,
with me
yeah,
now, please.
I'll see you later.
Excuse me.
Here we go.
All right, now, Mrs. Edwards, we'll be on our way. Mrs. Edwards, where are you going? Mrs. Edwards, oh! Please now, Mrs. Edwards, let's not be hefty. Excuse me, please. Mrs. Edwards, where are you going? Mrs. Edwards, come back here! Mrs. Carmichael! Nurse! Help me catch that volunteer. I want her dismissed from this hospital. This way. Hurry! Hurry!
I'd like to know what's going on around this hospital. I was supposed to be taken to the solarium, not down to some strange man's room.
Oh, well, I thought maybe you'd like a little tour. Know your hospital, I always say. I have to take care of another patient.
Some helper you turned out to be.
There she is! Grab her!
Dr. Davis! Say, Dr. Davis! I was in the gallery when you operated just now. May I congratulate you on that gastric resection?
Thank you.
I noticed you also repaired a diaphragmatic hernia, besides doing a vagotomy.
I did. Oh, I did.
Say, Dr. Davis, if you have a few moments, I'd be so honored if you'd care to come and observe. I'm doing my first autopsy.
Well, I'd love to, but I've got to perform another one of those gastric, whatchamacallit.
Another one?
It's not on the same man.
I can't understand it,
she can't just have disappeared into thin air.
That's true.
I'm going into the office and phone downstairs and see if they found her.
All right. Oh, it's only you. Where have you been? Where did you go?
Come on. He's out like a light. Yeah, those sedative pills really sent him bye-bye.
Well, what do we do now? Wake him up?
Yeah, but we have to be very careful how we wake him up. We want him to be awake enough to sign the check, but not awake enough to know that he's doing it. Mr. Mooney. Mr. Mooney. Come on, Mr. Mooney. Wake up. Mr. Mooney. Hey, come
Mr.
on.
Mooney.
I got an idea.
Mr. Mooney. Mr. Mooney. There's a run on the bank. Wait.
Oh, Mr. Mooney. Hey, you used to live on a farm in Indiana. Maybe this'll do it.
What was that?
A rooster.
Well, it sounded more like a lovesick hummingbird. I can crow. Let me do it.
Okay.
Hello, Doctor.
Hello, Mr. Mooney. How are you feeling?
I feel a little groggy.
Yes, well, you feel a lot better once I set your leg. And before I do, I have to have your signature on the release to give me permission.
Glad.
You just sign right there, Mr. Mooney. Here. Mr. Mooney, wake up. Do the rooster again.
What's the matter? What's that rooster doing in my bank?
That's right, Mr. Mooney. We're at the bank, and we're getting up a birthday card for Mr. Bentley, the teller, and we want everyone to sign, and you're the last one to sign.
Oh, I've a sweet soul.
Oh, for he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow. For he's a jolly good fellow.
Mr. Mooney. Oh, he signed it. He did. Got it, yeah. Oh, let's go get the dress. Oh, wait a minute. What? Look at the way he signed it. Theodore J. Betty Bye.
Oh.
Come on, Mr. Mooney. Mr. Mooney was do another cock-a-doodle-doo.
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Remember, Mr. Mooney, you're at the bank and
We're not at the bank. I'm in the hospital.
Oh, yes. Yes, you're in the hospital, and we would like you to sign our guest book. All the important patients. We want to sign our guest book.
Oh, that's very flattering.
Theodore J. Mooney. Mooney. Oh, Mr. Mooney.
Wake up, Mr. Mooney. Come on.
What did you do
What's
with
the
the
matter?
pen?
The pen's gone? Oh, Lucy.
What did you do with the pen?
Mr. Mooney, come on now. Maybe put it under the bed, Lucy. Mr. Mooney.
What are you doing under my cast, Dr. Carmichael?
I just wanted you to give me some money so I could buy Chris a new dress. She's going to her first formal dance.
Well, in that case, I will give you the advance.
It's so important to a teenage girl, her very first formal dance. You will?
That is the first sensible reason you have ever given for asking for an advance on your allowance.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, you're a doll. Quick, Viv, get his leg off here so I can give him a big kiss.
Okay.
And let her lie. You let her lie.
starring Vivian Vance.
Well, I guess that's it.
Did you get everything you wanted, Mrs. Carmichael?
I think so, yes.
Oh, would you ladies like to enroll in our new art class?
Art class?
Yes. Gonna meet here every Thursday night. I'll bet you two have a lot of talent.
Oh, are you kidding? I can't even draw a straight line. I can't even draw a crooked line.
But I thought you two were always enrolling in night school classes.
Well, we did, but we stopped. We didn't seem to be getting anything out of them. We haven't met a bachelor yet.
Well, let's see. That'll be...
Oh, wait a minute. I just thought of something else I have to get. Lucy,
What?
I better go on to the market. Okay. May I use your back door?
Be my guest.
Thank you. I'll see you at home. All right, dear. Harold, do you have a world atlas?
Oh, I certainly do. They're right over there.
Oh.
Jerry will get a lot of use out of an atlas.
Well, it's not for Jerry, it's for me. He was doing a project last week, and he wanted to know what was England's chief export. All I could think of was Richard Burton.
Good morning, Harold.
Good morning, Mr. Brooks. How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
This'll do.
That'll be $4.85 altogether.
Okay. Oh! Oh, dear.
Allow me.
I'm terribly sorry.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, that's my sandwich. I was eating it in the car. I didn't want it all. Well, I hated to be a litter bug. No, I didn't want the apple either.
A mouse trap?
Sure, with all that food in there, she's bound to have mice.
I was taking it back to the hardware store. It didn't work. I know this looks like a lot of junk, but it's all stuff that I need.
Well, I guess that's all of it.
Well, thank you very much.
Not at all.
I hope I wasn't any bother.
Oh, you weren't any bother, huh?
Really?
Shall we start over? That'll be $4.85.
Oh, yes.
Say, Harold, has that print of mine been framed yet?
Yes, it's all ready. I'll get it for
Oh,
you.
good. Oh, I see you have some new prints.
Yes, they just came in.
Oh.
Here.
Thank you.
His name is John Brooks III.
I wasn't looking for his name. I was looking at the picture. My, what a lovely smile.
Yes. Would you like to be formally introduced?
No, that isn't necessary.
Well, okay.
Well, if you insist.
Mr. Brooks, here's your picture.
Oh, say, you did a fine job, Harold. That looks just great.
Yes, that frame is very becoming to Mona.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing what a $15 frame can do for a $1 print?
True.
So you two haven't actually met, have you?
No, so we haven't.
Mrs. Carmichael, may I present Mr. Brooks?
How do you do? Glad to know you.
Oh, nice to know you.
That'll be $16.32 tax.
Oh, yes, I've got it right here. Oh, say, a beginner's art class, eh? Can I still enroll?
You sure can. Class starts tomorrow night. Would you like an application?
Oh, I certainly would. I've been meaning to enroll in an art class for years.
So have I.
But, Mrs. Carmichael, you
Never
just...
mind, Harold. Give me an application, please. Oh, would you like to share my little desk?
Oh, thank you.
You know, You know, the reason I have never enrolled in an art class before is because I've been so busy raising my 2 children all alone.
Oh.
Of course, you probably, your wife takes care of your children and all.
Oh, no, I'm not married.
Oh. Well, have you ever enrolled in an art class before?
Oh, no, I don't even know if I have any talent. But I do believe that all of us have some sort of creativity bottled up inside of us.
I feel the same way. In fact, I think this class might be just the thing to pop my cork.
Yeah. Well, there you are.
Yes, there you are. Well, very nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you.
I'll see you in class. Oh.
Oh, thank you.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Harold, I forgot to have you validate my parking ticket.
May I help you?
No, thanks. Oh, yeah, maybe, yes.
There you are.
There's your ticket.
What ticket? Oh, thank you.
Not at all.
Oh, here's your change, Mr. Brooks.
Oh, thank you.
And I know you're going to get a lot of pleasure out of that art class.
Oh, I'm sure I will. And it may give me a chance to meet some interesting people.
I'll wrap this up for you.
Oh, thanks.
Pardon me.
Yeah.
Dare I presume that you are new in town?
That's right.
Oh, well, I'm in charge of the Danfield welcome wagon. I can't imagine how we happen to miss you. I'll bring the wagon over if you'll just tell me when you and your wife will be home.
Oh, but I'm not married.
Oh, I'll bring my wagon right over. My name is Vivian Bagley.
I'm John Brooks III.
Here you are, Mr. Brooks.
Oh, thank you, Harold. I'll be seeing you.
Oh, you want a picture, huh?
Yeah, goodbye, Mrs. Bagley.
Goodbye. Harold, I wonder if I could...
Here.
Oh, Viv, I almost forgot to tell you. I'm going out tonight. Will you do the dishes?
I was just going to ask you to. I'm going out tonight, too.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Well,
Oh, I'm afraid I can't do the dishes. Cynthia's coming over and we're studying French together.
well, merci beaucoup a lot.
Sorry, I have a Spanish test.
Well,
Oh.
I'd love to do the dishes.
well, now how come you're so eager to do the dishes? I thought you had homework to do.
Yes, but I'm willing to forget it if you are.
Never mind, young man.
I could sure use your practice
For what?
for when I get married. A good husband knows how to wash dishes.
Well, a good husband doesn't flunk the 4th grade. Now, you go on to your homework. Good husband.
Come on, we'll stack them, then we'll do them later when we come home.
Okay.
I didn't know you were busy tonight. What are you doing?
I enrolled in that art class.
You did?
Yeah.
So did I.
Well, good for you. You know, Viv, I just got to thinking. There's going to be a big cultural explosion in America, and I want to be a part of it.
I met a cute man who enrolled, too.
Oh, what a coincidence. 2 cute men in the same class.
What's yours like?
Well, he's kind of tall and terribly handsome.
So's mine.
And he has beautiful manners and a wonderful personality.
So's mine.
And he's just the perfect age for me.
So's mine.
And his name is John Brooks III.
So's mine.
John Brooks III? Now, look, Viv, I'll make you a deal. You give me John Brooks III, and you can have John Brooks IV, 5th, 6th, and 7th.
Nothing doing.
All right, if that's the way you want it, then it's every woman for herself.
You bet it is.
All right, and no holds barred.
No holds barred.
That's right.
Oh, it's nice to see you again, too. You got your pad and all ready to
Yes,
start?
all my
everything?
equipment.
Oh, that's nice.
Hello there, Mr. Brooks.
Oh, hi there.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. I am Mr. Guzman, your teacher. Welcome to our beginner's art class. Now, tonight we're going to start out with sketching in charcoal. I just want you to go ahead and draw this bowl of fruit. Now, don't be inhibited. Sketch any way you see it. Then we'll talk about your drawings and learn as we go along. All right, class, start drawing.
Right.
Would you mind changing seats with me, please?
Well,
I'll be glad to change with you, Mrs. Carmichael. Changes my perspective.
There. Well, that looks pretty good, Vivian.
Well, thank you.
How come you don't draw what the rest of the class is drawing?
Oh, I broke my pencil.
Oh, that's all right. Get one off the table. There's plenty of them there.
Oh, thank you. My, that's nice. That looks real. Sit down, dear.
Yes, well, it really has the form, though.
Now that I've seen what you can do with the still life, I'd like you to try drawing from life. But we need a model. Who'll be a model?
Oh.
Would one of you like to pose for us? Would someone volunteer, please? One of the ladies or a gentleman makes no difference. Now, don't be shy.
Lucy, is that a tear in your dress?
Where?
Under your arm there. Professor!
Thank you, Mrs. Carmichael. Very nice of you to volunteer.
Well, I really didn't.
Oh, it's nothing. All you have to do is sit still so the class can sketch you.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, go ahead, Mrs. Carmichael. You have such wonderful cheekbones.
Really?
Carmichael, will you sit here, if you please? Let me take your pad and pencil. Now, Mrs. Carmichael, will you strike a natural pose? You better make it something comfortable because you'll have to sit quite still and not move for about half an hour.
A half an hour?
Mr. Brooks.
Oh?
Could you see my cheekbones from there?
Oh, yeah.
Don't move. That's it, class. Start drawing.
Lucy, did I tell you that I'm having dinner with John Brooks tonight?
Did I tell you I'm tired of hearing about it?
Oh, come on now. Just because he asked me for a date instead of you, is that any reason to be a big sorehead?
You bet your sweet life it is. What an underhanded thing to do, tricking me into modeling just so you could spend all that time with him yourself.
Oh, now don't blame me. Blame your wonderful cheekbones.
If you hadn't been so sneaky, I'd be the one going out with him tonight.
Well, while I'm out with him tonight, dear, why don't you amuse yourself by sketching a bowl of sour grapes?
Yeah, well, you're right, Viv. I shouldn't be a sore loser. And just to prove to you that I'm not, I'll clean up the kitchen while you go get ready for your date.
I am ready.
You gonna wear that?
Yes.
Oh. I wonder how late Flo's beauty shop is open.
I don't know why.
I just thought perhaps you'd have time to go and get your hair done.
I had my hair done this afternoon.
Oh, I'm sorry, Viv. Yes, I see you did. Well, I guess even Flo has her off days.
Well, I thought it looked pretty good. Of course, Flo did squeeze me in between appointments.
Yeah. Look, dear, now you don't want to go out with him unless you're looking your best. Now, do you?
Well, no.
Now,
but
why don't you call him? Tell him you have a headache. I'd be very glad to go in your place.
Well, I thought... Oh, no, no. I'm keeping that date, and that's all there is to it. But that was a nice try, Lucy.
Oh, dear heaven.
Dress and hair. Oh, honestly, Lucy, why don't you give up?
What's that?
That is an apple pie for Johnny.
That's an apple pie for Johnny.
It's our dessert for tonight. We're going to dinner, and then we're going to an early movie. And then we're going to have pie and coffee at his apartment.
His apartment?
Uh-huh. He has to work late, so I'm going to take this pie over and put it in his oven to keep warm. And then I'm going to pick him up at his office. He has left the key under the mat for me. Don't wait up for me, dear. I may be very late.
Jerry!
Yeah, Mom. What do you want?
Come in here.
Yeah, Mom. What do you want?
I want you to go to the store and get me 3 jars of hot peppers, 2 cans of anchovies, and 1 bottle of Tabasco sauce. I am going to bake an apple pie.
An apple pie.
Oh, John, you're so funny. Oh, my. Can't you find the key?
No, I don't know where I left it.
I put it under the mat.
Oh, yes. Oh, here it is.
Bye. Oh, dear.
I hope you didn't mind not going to the movies. I hate to wait in line.
Oh, I didn't mind missing that movie at all. My, this is the darlingest department.
Well, it'll be a lot nicer when I get those pictures hung. It's still a little messy. Say, Viv, would you just throw these into the bedroom while I turn on some records?
I just love to.
Thank you. Oh, say, Viv, there's something I want to tell you about my Mona Lisa.
What's that?
Well, you remember that day we met in the art store?
Do I?
Well, when I first saw the frame Harold put on it, I thought it was great. But now that I have it here in my apartment, I think the frame should be darker. So I'd like you to take a look at it and give me your opinion. Tell me what you think of it. Well, tell me what you think of it.
What was that?
I say, what do you think of it?
Think of what?
The frame.
Oh, yes. Oh, I think it's lovely. I wouldn't change a thing.
Oh, good. Well, I'm glad you like it. Now, where do you think I should hang it? What do you think about that wall?
Oh, that wall will just be fine.
Or maybe this wall over here?
Oh, I think it'd look beautiful on that wall.
Except maybe the light might be too dark.
Oh, yes, the light might be too dark.
Well, let's not worry about it. I certainly don't have to think of where I'm going to hang it tonight.
No, you don't. Oh, now, wait a minute. Wouldn't you like for me to serve the pie and coffee?
No pie and coffee for me. I had just a little too much dinner.
Oh, my, that was a wonderful dinner.
Wasn't it, though? It's just too bad you couldn't talk your friend, Mrs. Carmichael, into joining us.
Oh, I tried to. I just begged her to come along. But you know, lately she doesn't seem to care much about going out.
Oh?
She seems perfectly content just to stay at home with her 2 children and her cats and her parrot. But you show me the rest of the apartment. I've only seen the living room and the bedroom.
But
and I noticed you had a terrace. I'd like to see your terrace.
Well, I...
Take another look at that picture.
What?
Mona Lisa is Mona Lucy.
What?
Do you mind if I have a little fun?
No. Go ahead.
Oh, that really is a lovely terrace.
Yeah, lovely view, too.
I love the whole apartment. You know something I've always had a mad desire to do?
What's that?
Paint a mustache on Mona Lisa.
Right ahead.
You don't mind if I do?
Well, the print only cost $1.
Oh, you are the best sport, Johnny. Oh, now let's see here. Oh, I always wanted to do this. I cannot take it. How's that?
Oh, that's quite an improvement.
How do you think Mona would look with big, bushy, black eyebrows?
Be my guest.
Shall I? Sure. Why not? Why not? Isn't that great? There, now, how's that?
Oh, how about a beard?
A beard. A beard. Let's do it. All right, beard, that's it. That's about it. Lucy, what are you doing here?
Well, the children were asleep, and the parrot was telling stories to the cat.
Oh, now, wait a minute. What happened to my Mona Lisa?
Well, it's a long story. I'll tell you about it some other time.
Oh, no, I'd like to hear about it right now.
Well, I wouldn't want to tell it right now. Good night.
Oh, now, just a moment. Now, I don't know what's going on between you two, but as long as you're here, why not stay for the dessert?
Oh, no, she wouldn't want to do that. Would you, Lucy?
I'd love to.
Oh, good. Go ahead and serve it, babe. You know, I've been wanting to meet some interesting people in this town, but I sure hit the jackpot.
Well, let me tell you, there are some very interesting people in Danfield, but I just have a feeling that you are going to be a very fascinating addition, Johnny.
Oh, thank you.
What's so funny, Johnny?
Well, you...
What is it?
You're about the prettiest girl I've ever seen in a mustache.
I forgot all about it.
There's your pie, Lucy.
Oh, thank you,
Johnny,
very
dear.
much. I completely forgot
Lucy Show, starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Vivian Vance.
Is that you, Chris?
No, it's me.
Oh, I was expecting Chris.
Lucy, by any chance, has there been anything in a paper lately about the surface of the earth gradually tilting?
No, why?
Well, I'll swear that hill from the market up to this house gets steeper every year.
Where you been so long?
Oh, I stopped by the malt shop. Had a marshmallow sundae.
Oh, a marshmallow sundae. Viv, I thought you were on a diet.
I am. I had to have something to give me the strength to climb that Matterhorn.
Oh.
Say, I saw Chris at the malt shop.
Oh?
She was with Ted Mooney Jr. again.
Oh, you know, I'm glad Chris is having dates with Ted.
He's a nice boy.
Yeah, he sure is. You know, I may be forced to go to the bank and tell Mr. Mooney that I finally found something I like about him, his son.
Oh, Ted certainly is an improvement over that Chuck Gibbons.
Every time I think of Chuck, I see him hunched over in our kitchen with the light of the refrigerator shining in his face.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, dear.
Oh, the most wonderful thing has happened.
What?
You'll never believe it.
What?
Ted Mooney and I are going steady.
Ted, and you are going whatty?
Steady. I'm wearing the class ring that makes it official, see? Oh, gee, Mom, this is the most thrilling moment of my life. Aren't you excited?
Dumbfounded is the word.
Well, don't you think you're a little young, Chris, to be going steady?
Oh, Mother, don't be old-fashioned. All the girls at school go steady. And, Mom, Ted and I have so much in common. We both like the same hootenanny singers, we both wear Beethoven sweatshirts, and we both do our homework listening to Dave Brubeck's jazz combo.
Well, Univac couldn't have come up with a more ideal...
Oh, wait till the girls see us tomorrow. They'll flip.
My little chick has flown the coop.
Oh, now, Lucy. To a boy and girl in high school, there is nothing quite as temporary as going steady. It'll last a week, 2 weeks, then it'll all be over.
But well, what if it isn't? They go steady, and then they get engaged, and then they get married, and the next thing you know, I'm too young to be a grandmother. Oh, girl. I just can't believe it. Chris going steady.
Oh, now, Lucy, I think you're taking this thing much too seriously. They're just kids. It's puppy love.
Puppy love. That was a ring he gave her, not a dog biscuit. Listen, I'm going over and talk to Mr. Mooney. This is his problem, too.
Now, Mrs. Carmichael, maybe we're getting excited about nothing. A lot of Ted's friends go steady. Doesn't mean a thing. Why, a week from now, Ted and Chris may change their minds and go steady with somebody else.
Well, suppose they don't change their minds. Suppose they keep on going steady, and then they get engaged, and then they get married.
Married? You mean you and I might be related?
That's right.
We have got to do something drastic. Like, we'll forbid them to ever see each other again.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll forbid them to see each other again. That... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We may be going at this all wrong.
What do you mean?
Well, you know how teenagers are. They resent parental authority. The minute you tell them not to do something, that's just what they're going to do.
Point well taken. Then how should we go about nipping this thing in the bud?
Reverse psychology. That's what we'll use.
How?
Well, we'll encourage them. We'll tell them we think it's wonderful that they're going steady. And if they care so much about each other, maybe they ought to get married.
But we don't want them to get married.
Oh, I know that. But don't you see, when we tell them to get married, they'll feel that they're in so deep, they'll get scared and call the whole thing off.
Are you sure that's the way teenagers think?
I'm positive. Weren't you ever a teenager?
Of course. What do you think?
Well, I thought maybe one day they opened the bank vault and out you pop.
Very amusing.
come. Now remember, go in the kitchen and call Mr. Mooney and get ready to go into your act.
Yes, okay, all right.
Hurry up now. Don't forget. Hi, kids.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Hi, Mrs. Carmichael.
Well, now, don't you be bashful in front of me. You go right ahead.
Come on, Ted, let's go in the kitchen and do our algebra.
Oh, now why go in the kitchen? Why don't you do your homework in here where you can sit on the divan together? Oh, come now. Closer. After all, you're going steady. That's it. My, what a lovely couple. Go ahead, do your studying.
Mom, what's the matter?
Oh, nothing, darling. Don't pay any attention to me. It's just that the thought of a wedding always makes me cry.
Wedding? Whose wedding?
Oh, you are the sly ones.
You're going steady now, so I know it's just a matter of time before you'll be getting married.
Holy cow.
Chris, darling, we should be making plans. You know, it's never too early to start talking about a wedding.
But, Mom, Ted and I are just going steady. Marriage never entered our mind.
Don't worry about a thing, dear. I'll take care of everything. You'll have a big church wedding, and I already have the music picked out. And guess who the soloist is going to be?
Oh.
I love you truly.
That's enough, Viv.
That's enough, Viv. Okay, Viv, save yourself for the ceremony. Bad luck for the bride and groom to hear all of the music before the wedding.
Oh, kids, I think this is wonderful news. Congratulations.
Oh, I wonder who that is. Oh, Mr. Mooney. How
Well, I always say if you're going to have a big wedding, do it in style.
Oh, what a marvelous idea. A formal wedding.
Yeah.
Let's have it in June so we can have it out in the garden. A
Yeah.
garden wedding.
We'll invite the entire town.
Oh, that's entire town.
That's
Dad.
a fair wedding.
Yeah, and I'll have a bride and a
Dad.
groom.
Yes, my boy.
Dad, I've got to talk to you.
I know what you're going to say, and don't worry about it. Everybody gets nervous. I even had some doubts myself before the ceremony.
So did I.
I had my doubts after this ceremony.
Hey, Dad, this whole thing of getting married is a pretty big surprise to me.
Well, it came as a surprise to me, too, but the more I thought about it, the better I liked it. Just think, in no time at all, you'll be presenting me with my first grandchild.
Holy cow!
Oh, say, I just thought of something, Viv. Maybe Chris could wear my wedding dress. What do you think?
I think she could. Just a few alterations here and there.
Yeah,
huh?
it's in a box in the garage. Let's go out and look for it.
All right.
Mr. Mooney, how would you like to come with us? I'm sure the kids have a lot to talk about.
Oh,
Hey, I can't get married until I get more customers on my paper round.
Look, Ted, before you get panicky, I want to tell you something. This whole Here Comes the Bride kick is one of my mother's schemes.
What?
Our folks are using reverse psychology on us. They don't like our going steady, so they're acting like they want us to get married.
Well, they don't want us to get married.
No. Say, maybe we should use some reverse psychology.
What do you mean?
Well, we'll pretend that we like the idea of getting married and give them a good scare. Now, do what I do.
Yeah, I think it'll work very well, yeah.
Chris, I think you'll be a perfect dream in my wedding gown.
Well, how are the bride and groom to be getting along?
Oh, fine, Mr. Mooney. And we decided not to go steady anymore.
Oh.
Yes, we really weren't that serious, but after hearing all about the big wedding, we decided we would get married.
Yeah, you see, married?
Oh, we knew you'd be pleased, Mom, and we've got you to thank for the whole idea.
Dad. As long as we're we're getting married, I figured I'd drop out of school.
Drop out of school? You can't stop your education. How would you get a job?
I work for you at the bank.
You don't know anything about banking.
I got my marksmanship badge at camp last summer. I'll be a bank guard.
Bank guard?
Yeah, boy, I sure like to use one of those guns. Bang, bang, bang.
Oh, merciful heaven!
Come on, sweetheart. Let's go down to the malt shop and tell all the gang.
Okay, pussycat. Bye, Dad.
Yes, goodbye, Dad.
And now I would like to say a few words to the pussycat's mother.
Well, now, Mr. Mooney, I'm sure that we'll be able to talk them out of this some way, but just as a matter of curiosity, how much is a bank guard's take-home pay?
Mrs. Carmichael! If you just keep out of this,
I'd rather sing, oh, promise me that someday you and I...
Oh, shut up!
Oh, Mom.
Yes, dear?
I'm going over to Cynthia's house.
Oh, honey, anything you want to tell me before you go?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. Well, have fun.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Any news? Are they getting married?
Oh, you know as much about it as I do. Chris hasn't said a word.
My goodness, you'd think a girl would tell her own mother whether she's going to get married or not.
Well, you know the teenager's code. When questioned by a parent, only give your name, rank, and serial number. You know, I'm so desperate I've even stooped to eavesdropping. Chris got a call from Ted, and I hid in the closet.
Oh, my, what?
Well, they did algebra problems for half an hour, and I almost suffocated.
Lucy, is Chris going to spend the weekend with Cynthia?
I don't know. Why?
She borrowed my suitcase. I just wondered.
Well, maybe she is. She didn't say anything to me about it. Oh, look at this, Viv.
What?
A travel folder of Niagara Falls. Isn't this a beautiful picture of Niagara Falls?
Oh, that's very pretty.
Where'd this come from?
I don't know.
Gee, what a beautiful spot. Did Ralph take you to Niagara Falls when you got married?
Are you kidding? He rushed me right from the ceremony to the pawn shop to hawk my wedding ring.
Yeah. Married? Niagara Falls! Viv, this is Chris's travel folder. And your suitcase. Your suitcase. They're going to elope.
Oh, now, Lucy, take
Viv, they're going to elope.
Yes, Mrs. Carmichael. Yes, I heard you. Yes, you borrowed a suitcase, and you found a folder about Niagara Falls. Look, this is all circumstantial evidence. It could mean any number of things. Now, I assure you that Ted has gotten over all these silly ideas about marriage. And I want to assure you, too, that I have brought up that boy so that he's not the sort who would sneak off and elope without telling me. Well, as a matter of fact, I see him out in the backyard now carrying a long ladder. Now, that should give you an idea that he's... A long ladder! Don't go away. Don't stay right where you are. Come right over. We've got to stop that elope. But don't panic. Don't panic.
Okay, Mr. Mooney, come on. Hurry up. Give me your hand.
Oh, what charming decor. What is this, early Huckleberry Finn?
Well, what do you expect from two little boys?
Oh, my, it's cold up here.
Oh. Jack!
What's the matter?
Why did they build the ceiling so low?
Oh, because they built it for little boys. This is their clubhouse. We're not supposed to be up here.
Then why are we here?
Oh, I already told you, Mr. Mooney, this is the perfect lookout post. Now, they can't possibly elope without us seeing them. Now, look, right over there, that's Chris's window on the second floor, see?
Uh-huh.
And right there is the back door.
Yeah.
Right there is the side door.
Uh-huh.
And this is the road that Ted has to use to drive over here.
Well, I still say we should have locked them in their rooms till they came to their senses.
Well, that is really the wrong psychology.
Oh, I'm getting awfully tired of hearing you use that word. You make me wish that Freud had never been born. It's your turn to go on watch.
Oh. Oh. What time is it?
It's 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh.
Wait till I get hold of that son of mine. If he's going to elope, he could do it at a decent hour. It's your turn to be on watch.
Mr. Mooney, would you stay awake and keep me company?
No. Just what do you think you're doing?
Cracking nuts.
Where did you get them?
I got them from that squirrel's deep freeze.
Give me some.
No, get your own.
Why didn't you tell me the squirrel was still in there?
You didn't ask me.
Oh.
Oh, look, Mr. Mooney, a little star peeking through that patch of clouds. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight. I wish I may, I wish I might have the wish I wish tonight. Don't you want to make a wish, Mr. Mooney?
I already did. But you're still here. All right. You're still on watch.
Now look what you did. Why did you break that ladder?
I'm having so much fun up here. I didn't want it ever to end.
Well, I guess you're just going to have to shinny down that tree and get that ladder.
Mrs. Carmichael, bank presidents don't shinny.
All right, we'll simply have to wait here until morning, till somebody sees us and comes up and gets us.
Oh, swell, swell.
Snowy. That's all we need.
Well, at least they'll have a white elopement. Mr. Mooney? Stiff.
Mom, what are you doing up in the treehouse?
Chris, you didn't elope last night.
No, Ted and I had no intention of eloping. We were just playing a trick on you because you were using all that reverse psychology.
Oh, have we got a couple of wonderful children?
Mrs. Carmichael, if your fingers ever thaw out, I'm going to strangle you.
What, honey?
I've got to run, Mom. Aunt Viv's driving me to school.
All right, sweetheart. See you later. Bye-bye. I told you, Mr. Mooney. I told you we had nothing. Chris! Chris! Get us down from here! Viv!
Oh, no!
Viv, Jerry!
Mrs. Carmichael! Mrs. Carmichael! What are you...
Lucy Show, starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Vivian Vance.
Is that anything to be doing in broad daylight? Well, I thought maybe we could twist this year instead of repeating that stale soft shoe.
What are you talking about?
The Scouts are having their annual fundraising show this Saturday night.
Oh, my, how time flies. It seems like only yesterday that we laid that great big egg.
Yeah, that's why I thought maybe we should do something different this year.
Oh, listen, Lucy. Just for once, why can't we do what the other parents do? Sit in the audience, wincing and groaning.
Let's face it, we're a couple of hams.
I guess you're right.
Mom?
Hi, kid.
Hi there.
We've been working out the program, and we got most of the talent lined up.
Oh, well, now, how does it feel to be big producers?
It's fun.
Yeah, there's no business like show business.
Have you got a lot of talent lined up?
Yeah. I'll be doing my dance number, and Jerry here's going to be master of ceremonies.
Master of ceremonies? Well, that's quite a promotion.
Now, the only thing we haven't got yet is an act to headline. A really big drawing card. That's where we need your help.
Yeah, well, you'll be very happy to know that we have something new for you this year.
And Lucy?
Well, okay, I guess I better stick with the old soft shoe.
Lucy, maybe we could do a Charleston.
Oh, then we could dress like flappers.
Oh, sure. A bum, bum.
Yeah.
Da, ha, da, 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 ba, ba, da, 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 da.
How about that?
Don't call us. We'll call you.
Producers are very hard to please these days.
You said you needed our help.
We meant we wanted Aunt Lucy to help us by getting Ethel Merman for the show.
What made you decide on Ethel Merman?
We figured since Aunt Lucy is such a good friend of hers, she'd be easier to get than Captain Kangaroo.
Ethel Merman is a good friend of yours?
Sure. Don't you remember the Annie Get Your Gun album? To my friend Lucy, with kind appreciation, Ethel Merman.
Oh, well, it might be kind of hard for me to get Ethel on such short notice. You know how busy celebrities are.
But, Mom, you told me you were her very best friend, and there's nothing in the world she wouldn't do for you.
I said that?
It sounds like you.
How about it, Aunt Lucy?
Well, now, are you sure you wouldn't rather have me and your mom? The audience would get more for its money. There's two of us. There's only one of her.
Please, Mom, this is our first big show, and we can't take a chance on unknowns.
Unknowns?
Will you get her for us, please, Mom?
Well, I'll see what I can do, but please don't expect a miracle.
I hope your feelings aren't hurt, but we're going to need you two for something a lot more important than acting.
Oh, really? You want us to stage and produce the whole show?
No, to sell tickets. Oh. Come on, let's get over to the auditorium.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, boy.
Well, Lucy, what do you hear from your old pal, the Merm?
Well, now, I did meet her.
Oh, sure. Where?
In Rudy's record store while she was autographing these albums.
When?
17 years ago.
And she singled you out of the crowd for her undying friendship.
Well, not exactly, but I was only 8 people away from her, and when I passed my money up to her and she passed my album back to me, she gave me a very sweet smile.
Oh, well, if you gave me $5.95, I'd give you the sweetest smile you ever saw.
Well, I better give her a call right now.
Call her? She won't remember you.
Why not? I remember her. For heaven's sake. Well, what am I going to do? I don't want the boys to know I was fibbing. I promised to help them out.
The best way you can help them out is to sell tickets.
Oh.
Come on now. Let's get dressed and go down and see Mr. Mooney and ask him if he'll let a couple of unknowns sell tickets in his bank.
Oh, all right.
Ethel Merman is your best friend.
Well, now, I didn't say that.
She is my best friend. I know you're not.
So you see, Miss Merman, we're a very stable institution. We have assets of over $10 million.
Oh, then it's true what they say about banks. There's no business like dough business.
Oh, dough business. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, wait till I spring that at the next company picnic. There's no business like dough business.
You don't have to laugh that hard. I've already agreed to be a customer.
Oh, yes, so you have. Well, if you step this way, Miss Merman, I'd like to get your address here in Danfield, please.
Well, I'm staying at the Elm Tree Inn, but that's only until I can find a house to rent.
Oh, well, maybe I can help you there, too.
Well, thank you.
Yes. But let me give you a word of advice. Don't let a broker tell anyone that he's looking for a home for Ethel Merman. Use an assumed name. If a homeowner knows that he is renting to a big celebrity, he will take you to the cleaners. So you see, Miss Merman, I think it would be wise.
Mrs. Schmidlap. Agnes Schmidlap.
Oh, that's a lovely assumed name.
Thank you.
Well, now that we've cleared the... Oh, you'd better give me the address of your former bank, Mrs. Schmidlap.
Oh, you don't have to call me Mrs. Schmidlap.
Oh, yes, I do. Don't look now, but here comes the village blabbermouth.
Pardon me, Mr. Mooney. When you finish... Viv! Viv! What? Ethel Merman!
Oh, what? Oh, my goodness. Oh, what? Ethel Merman, what are you doing today?
You don't believe this? We were just talking about you.
Just this morning, we were talking...
Lady. I hate to disappoint you, but this is not Ethel Merman.
What? Not Ethel Merman?
My name is Schmidlap.
Schmidlap?
Agnes Schmidlap.
Well, you certainly look like Merman.
Believe me, I'm pure Schmidlap.
Well, for heaven's sake, oh, my. I sure am sorry you're not Ethel Merman because she is my favorite star.
Oh, mine too. I've seen every show she's ever done.
I've seen every one of them twice.
Really? You know, the one I liked best was Annie Get Your Gun. She was just marvelous in that.
Oh, yes, she was great in that, but she was absolutely magnificent in Call Me Madam.
Mrs. Schmidlap, if you will sign the papers, please.
Forget about the papers. What did you girls think about her and Gypsy?
Oh, brilliant. Just brilliant.
Brilliant, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, I tell you, when that girl comes out on a stage, she's just pure magic.
Magic, huh?
Oh, absolutely. When she starts to sing, I get all tingly. I don't even care if she doesn't have a good voice.
Let's sign those papers now.
It's amazing how much she looks like Ethel Merman.
Oh, I want to tell you, she sure fooled me.
Hey, Viv.
Uh-huh.
Listen, if she fooled us, she would certainly fool Jerry and Sherman, right?
What are you getting at?
Maybe I could get her to drop by the house and introduce her to the boys as my dear friend Ethel Merman. And then when they ask her if she can be in their show, she can say that she's terribly sorry. She's too busy. You know, that way I'll save face with the kids, and then you and I can step into the show as headliners, and everybody wins.
Everybody but the people in the audience.
Oh, stop.
Now, Lucy, what makes you think that Agnes Schmidlap would go through all that bother? You're a total stranger.
Oh, now, don't worry, Viv. I know how we can reach her. We? All right, how I can reach her.
Okay, now, while you're trying to reach Mrs. Schmidlap, I'll reach Mr. Mooney about helping us with the tickets.
Well, I think that takes care of everything, Mrs. Schmidlap. Thank you.
You sure do look like her.
Pardon me. Could I talk to you for a minute? Honey, how would you like to make $5? $5? Well, now, it may not sound like a lot, but all you have to do is come to my house and pretend to be Ethel Merman for 5 minutes. That's $1 a minute. I'll bet Merman herself doesn't make that much.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I can't...
Look, Mrs. Schmidlap, are you a mother?
Well, of course, but what's that
Well,
got
then
to do...
you'll understand. Now, you see, I'm in a spot. Ethel Merman once autographed an album for me, and, well, I told my little boy, Jerry, that she was a very dear friend of mine. And now he's putting on a show, and he wants me to get my dear old pal, Ethel Merman, to appear.
Say, you are in a jam.
Yes, I am. So will you help me out? All you have to do is say that you're too busy to do the show. It's just that I can't let my little boy know that I was fibbing, you know.
Oh, I understand. I once told my daughter that my best friend was Mary Martin.
Oh, boy. Oh, you really told one, didn't you? Well, will you do it?
Why, of course. After all, $5 is $5.
You ready, Viv? Here we are, Agnes. Just put your things there, dear. Now, remember, you just pretend you're Ethel Merman and leave the rest to me. Jerry!
Sherman, where are you?
We're up here.
Well, come on down here. We have a surprise for you.
Come on.
Jerry, Sherman, I'd like you to meet an old friend of mine. Say hello to Ethel Merman.
Hiya, fellas.
Ethel Merman.
Gee, you look just like the album cover.
I told you we were very good friends.
Gosh, Miss Merman, are you going to be on our show?
Well, unfortunately, Miss Merman has a very busy schedule, and she will not be able to make it.
Oh, she's rehearsing for a television show that night, darling.
But it's for the Scouts. We're raising money to send underprivileged kids to camp.
Now, darling, Miss Merman is busy.
Oh, couldn't she change a rehearsal?
No, dear, you can't change your rehearsal, can you, Miss Merman?
You bet I can. I'd be happy to appear on your show.
Oh,
you don't have to do it, Ethel, just because we're such good friends.
But I want to do it.
Oh, boy, that's great, right, dear?
I'll say as long as we can't get Captain Kangaroo.
Come on, let's go to Scout headquarters and show Mr. Hampton the big news.
Mrs. Schmidlap. Just what do you think you're doing?
Well, you didn't tell me it was for underprivileged kids. It's for a great cause, and I want to help.
Well, if you want to help, why are you fouling up the show? Those kids think they're going to get Ethel Merman, and they're not getting Ethel Merman.
do you know that I'm really surprised? You look like such a decent sort.
Now, wait a minute. Maybe we could fool everybody. I look like her. Maybe I could sound like her.
Oh, for
come
gosh
now.
sake.
Well, maybe I could.
Oh, come on.
Look, Agnes, just because a couple of people happen to think that you look like Ethel Merman, don't get carried away. You think you can sing like her.
Hey, Viv. Viv. Maybe we could get away with it.
Oh, are you kidding?
No, now listen. I certainly don't want to have to tell those boys that she's a fake.
No?
Now, listen. We could let her do one song at the end of the show. You know, and if the crowd gets ugly, we could sort of hustle her out the back door. And I could have you waiting in the car with a motor running.
It's worth a try.
Hey, can you sing it all?
A little.
All right, now listen. The boys are having a rehearsal tomorrow, right here at 3 o'clock. I want you here at 2.
I'll be here.
Okay. Agnes. I don't know what your little game is, but $5 is my limit.
Oh, I couldn't take money for this. Give it to the Scouts.
All right, that's more like it.
See you tomorrow, too.
Okay. Hello, Agnes.
Oh, well, here I am. It's 2 o'clock.
Good girl. Let me take your coat.
Sure.
Well, I suppose you're wondering why I asked you to come an hour early.
I'm dying to know.
I'm going to teach you to sing like Ethel Merman.
In 1 hour?
Why not? All you have to do is sing loud and sound nasal. I got rhythm, I got rhythm, I got rhythm. Who can ask for anything more?
That's the way Ethel Merman sings?
Sure, haven't you ever watched her in a Broadway musical?
Would you believe it? I never have.
Boy, are you a hick.
Well, I have seen her in the movie.
Well, good for you. Now, come on, let's get started. Now, first, I'm going to give you a simple little warm-up exercise. Now, listen to this, and remember, nasal, nasal, nasal. Think nasal. All right, now. La, 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 la. Try that.
La, 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 la.
Agnes, you got a nose. Sing through it. Oh, boy, have we got a lot of work to do. Haven't you ever had any singing lessons?
Never.
I believe it.
Have you?
How'd you think I learned to sing like this?
I'm sure it wasn't easy.
I happen to take lessons from the famous Dr. Gitterman.
Who?
You have never heard of Dr. Gitterman of the Danfield Academy of Voice?
No. But what do you expect from a hick?
Okay, let's get started. Now, look, Agnes. Working in front of an audience, you must have proper volume. You must be able to project in a theater. This is very important. A lot of performers don't understand this. All right, now, Dr. Gitterman has a wonderful exercise to develop volume in the voice. Now, I want you to say, oh, do that. Oh. All right. Do that. All right. Now, I want you to put them together, starting softly and letting the tone out fully. Ooh, ooh, Well, maybe we won't have to worry about your volume. Now, I want to work on your tonal quality. I want you to repeat after me. Ah-ooh-ga. Ah-ooh-ga. Do that. Ah-ooh-ga. Ah-ooh-ga. Now, let's do a few of those. Ah-ooh-ga. Project. Ah-ooh-ga. Ah-ooh-ga. Ah-ooh-ga.
Auga! Hey, hold your hats, kids. We're going around a corner. Whee! Auga! Auga!
Agnes, singing is a very serious business.
I'm sorry.
Now, I want you to chew your tongue and hum.
Chew my tongue and hum.
That's right. Now, listen. All in here, very nasal. All right. Now, listen to me very carefully. I want you to chew your tongue and hum and think of your voice as an umbrella. Now, do this with me. Now, open it up.
I had no idea singing was this tough.
You bet. It took years of practice to get my voice where it is today. But don't feel too bad, Agnes. Some of us have it, and some of us don't.
Well, maybe with a little practice I'll get lucky.
Well, maybe. We got a lot of work to do. That's all I know.
Lucy! Oh, I just came from the bank. May I see you for a minute?
Not now, Viv. Later, honey.
Lucy, this is very important, I think. think I know something that you ought to know.
Viv, later you're interrupting, dear.
Lucy, this is very important.
Well, Viv, it'll have to wait. We are in a big jam. I'm never going to be able to teach Agnes to sing like Ethel Merman in time for the show.
Lucy, if you...
What is the matter with you? Now sit down, will you? I'll talk to you later. Good heavens, girl.
Okay. Have it your own way.
Now then. Oh, boy, I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Why didn't I think of this before? You know what we're going to do? We're going to play one of Merman's records backstage while you stand in front of the curtain and mouth the words. You think you can handle that, Agnes?
I'll try.
All right.
Lucy,
Please, some other time. All right, now, you better watch me first, because I know all the things that the Merm does. I know just the way she stands, all the things she does with her hands and everything. Now, you watch me. All right, now play.
I got rhythm. I got music. I got my man who can ask for anything more. I got daisies in green pastures. I got my man who can ask for anything more. An old man trouble, say I don't mind him, 'cause you won't find him round my door. Who could ask for anything more? Who could ask for anything more?
that's what I was trying to tell you.
Oh, I have never been so embarrassed in my life.
Oh, forget it, Lucy. You give wonderful singing lessons.
Oh, Agnes, why didn't you tell us you were Ethel Merman?
Well, it was all Mr. Mooney's idea. I'm going to rent a house here. And he told me if I used my real name, the price would go up.
Oh, that Mr. Mooney. He thinks everybody's as money mad as he is.
Say, we better get going. I better get my number started for the Scout show.
You mean you're still going to be in the show?
Well, if it's good enough for Agnes Schmidlap, it's good enough for me.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ethel, this is going to be the nicest thing that ever happened to this gal.
Oh, it sure is. Who's that?
Oh, Mrs. Carmichael. Oh, may I speak to Mrs. Schmidlap for a few minutes, please?
You can drop that Schmidlap routine.
Oh, you know who she really is, eh?
Yes, I do. And thanks to you, I made a complete fool of myself.
You can't pin that on me. I just moved to town a year ago. Excuse me. Now, Mrs. Schmidlap, Miss Merman, I dropped over to tell you that I found a house for you.
Wonderful.
And the rent is very reasonable since I got to the owners before these two put it on the local teletype. There's just one drawback. The house won't be available right away.
Oh, that's okay. I'll stay at the Elm Tree Inn.
Oh, nonsense. You can stay with us.
I couldn't impose like that.
Impose? Why, for heaven's sake, it's the least we can do after what you're doing for Jerry and Sherman, right, Viv?
Oh, sure, we'd love to have you.
Sure.
Only where's she going to stay, Lucy?
In the guest room.
The guest room?
Yes, the blue room with the chintz drapes.
That sounds like my room.
Now, wait a minute. I don't want to put Vivian out of her room.
Oh, now she wants you to. She wants to have something to tell her grandchildren. She wants to be able to tell them that the great Ethel Merman slept in her bed. Don't you, Viv?
Yeah, I was wondering what I was going to tell my grandchildren.
Well, if you insist. You know, to tell you the truth, I'm awfully sick of hotels.
Yes, well, then it's all settled. Mr. Mooney, how long are we going to have the pleasure of having a big Broadway star under our roof?
Yes, how long are we going to have that pleasure?
Not very long. The present tenants will be out in 3 or 4 weeks.